Chroma appoint Chroma. What the hell is this? Chroma appoints Chroma. What's this here? To carry out duty function. Oh well, there you have it, people. There you have it. So guys, if you're just joining me, please share the video this morning. I just want to run through a few things for you guys, and then we'll call it a day. There is no broadcasting tonight, and there will be no broadcast tomorrow. As long as things remain usual, all right, we will not broadcast, because I feel that it's time for us to take break, and then when the break time comes, we do what we need to do. But I just wanted to talk about a few things, and that been happening recently. One has to do with the girl that was murdered by some unknown individual. And it's a shame. It's a shame to see how people come in the world, and they come with evil hearts, come with evil mind, and other people decide to take other people's innocent life away. So I just want to share my thought with you guys, and please don't feel pressure, or don't take it to be an obligation to take my advice. I know everyone listening to me right now, you have the choice to say, you know what, I'm not going to listen to Randy. And or you have the choice to say, you know what Randy is saying makes sense. And so I think I can take a page out of what he says all the time, or I don't give a damn. But at the end of the day, everyone will have to meet their own fate. And everyone has to meet their own fate at the end of the day. So whether you take my advice or not, it is up to you. But what I can tell you, whenever I come on my platform or any other platform, I personally feel that Liberia does not have what it takes to protect you. You may live in other countries, they may discriminate against you, but the laws work. Yes, you want to find yourself in a place where everyone is doing what is expected of them. In the United States, in Great Britain, in Australia, there are people within different organizations, governmental, private, NGO, PVO, that are looking out for every individual, and they will do everything to give you some level of comfort when things go bad for you. Unlike that situation in Liberia, you don't have that kind of thing in there. Why should a girl die at the hands of some hoodlums, criminal, overnight? Why? Why should a girl get starved in Liberia and die overnight? Number one, community and safety education is not in the country. Community and safety education is not in the country. Many of you females are listening to me here right now. Whenever you travel, even walking from your car to get into your house, you have to look at the environment. You have to look around before you step out of your car. When you guys are going out, you got to be like 2, 3 partnering together to be the lookout, the protection. How you think you get all the basic left preventive measure? It's because you live in a society like the United States, where people provide the best expertise knowledge to help you navigate your ways during the day, during the night, or doing any interaction, right? But we say we got a country. We brag about how old the country is. We brag about how long we've been around. Of course, right? But while it is true that we tell other people where we're from, how old our country is, the population size, the form of government, but when it comes to how we meet and protect ourselves and our fellow Liberians, we are not doing so well in our area. We are not doing so well. So what I always say to myself, I agree that we have a country. I agree that we have a population. I agree that we have a democracy. I agree that we have some type of law in the country. But then when people start dying and when people are being murdered, what good would it be for me to look at what I just listed when the very people that are supposed to be protected by these things that I just talked about? We have a democracy. We have a country. We claim to have a law, and people are dying. So what are we doing? Who is looking out for the common guy? And who is looking out for the common guy? Would you want your sister to be killed in a shape and form? There's nobody protesting in the country right now. Nobody. But if the speaker hall get burned, then the news media ready to go all over the place. Just the other day, the speaker hall was on fire, right? The president, everybody. But when a child is murdered, nobody seems to care. Nobody seems to care. And that's why the U.S., if you go on the U.S. Embassy website, for those of you that live in America here, they will tell you when you're traveling to Liberia, you got to be very careful of certain areas, because those areas are considered to be very dangerous. Right? Some of you guys that never traveled to America, take your time, get on the internet, go to the United States Embassy website and look at foreign travel to Liberia and other countries. When it comes to Liberia, there are places that the U.S. Embassy has already listed that those places are places that you don't go at night. And are they wrong? They are not wrong. Your own citizen getting killed. You know, when I be telling you guys that that country is not safe, you say, oh, they got it talking. But your life is irreplaceable. Somebody take your life, it's gone. Whatever you got in America, whatever you got in your bank, whatever you got, it is gone from you. So don't risk it. When people are running in a campaign to be a public servant, many Liberians will always vote, but they don't know what they're voting for. Many Liberians will always identify themselves with a party. They don't know why they identify themselves with a particular party. Do you now see why in America people sometimes use racism to protect themselves? Take for example, where that girl got killed overnight. There are some community in America that will tell you, say, we want no ghetto people living here. We want no XYZ living here. We got our police here that will be very racist. When you drive here, they pull you over. We got people who will see you when you're walking suspiciously. They pull you over. Now you see why people in the United States create the kind of culture within their environment where they don't want to see you. Because the reason they do nothing here is because they don't want people to just get in their community. The security aspect, the safety aspect of their communities first start with them. But some don't understand. Say, oh, they put racist. No. They protect their environment. There is a police depot in every community. But when last is the police and the community having the conversation, who you know in the community, at what time of the night you're supposed to travel? What is the police responsibility to the citizen in terms of serving and protecting? How many data the police have that will give them the opportunity to say, this community here is very dangerous at night? Where do we increase our security at night? Where do we decrease our security in the daytime? These guys are public servants. They should be able to put their brains together to help the community be a place. That's what I'm saying. We brag about us being a country. We brag about us having a system of governance. We brag about the form of democracy we have, or the form of government we have. But what it takes to make a country safer, to make a country effective, to create stability, to create an environment where people can live and do things happily, we are yet to reach to those places. And that's how you measure the outperformance of a country, the progress of a country. But what I'm saying here, trust me, we will not get there until 2065, because the society, the individual Liberians in majority, they don't understand what I'm saying here. They don't understand it. One, because they were never educated to that. Two, they are not willing to listen to these things. So what's going to happen? All the bad things that other countries have been preventing. You think people can work at night in other parts of the world? Of course they do. But there is a strategy to prevent yourself from becoming a prey to a criminal that the law enforcement officer or community organizer have put themselves together. To protect. But Liberia is a country that breeds a set of population of people that come into the world with no left guidance, with no community awareness, with no security in terms of protecting ourselves and our property. Nothing of the sort is in place in the country. Guys, good morning to you guys. We are pressed with time, so I will do the best I can so I can get to the office, because I'm having a very important meeting. But I just wanted to touch on that, right? Now, let me turn the page to the accident that happened in Bikano, or on the highway of Bikano. How many times have we not seen accident, whether it is on the road from Nimba County to River G? When last have we not seen an accident? Even Samuel Tue and his wife got involved in an accident. Jefferson Koji was on the highway, he got involved in an accident. And there have been several accidents in that country. And most of the accidents are due to someone trying to overtake a moving vehicle. Nobody understands what it means by blind spot, and when to overtake. What are the safety feature on the highway that tells you, oh, do not pass, do not overtake? What are those things that in that country that tells you not to do those things? Because I drive most of the time. Some of you guys in the country, you drive all the time. Not every part on the road tells you that you need to overtake a car. Not every part on the road. So the safety engineers, the road safety engineer, the patrol and safety division of the community and the country operation, people who are in charge of this thing will take time out and drive on all these roads to look for the critical area on this road to see where in particular accident can happen or accident is prone to happen. None of those things are done in the country. None of those things. So what makes the society to be an improving society? What made the society to be an improving society? Way back when I was growing up, there's a guy they used to call, I think, Charles Russell, a very good DJ. There used to be a curve they used to call Ether Green curve. People used to die in that curve. Some of us did not know what that curve meant, because at that time we were not driving. I was not driving at that time. But as I traveled to other countries and got to see how some curve on the road shows that the speed at which you run it, you need to slow down, because there is a centripetal and centrifugal force that may turn the car over. We saw Quincy T die in Liberia over there. We saw other. So what have we done to minimize accident on the road? Now, people are getting killed in the community, right? People are getting killed in massive car accidents. People are getting burned from flammable explosion. What are we doing with the information that's taking life away in our country? Nothing we're doing. Nothing. Nothing. Look, we all were born in Liberia. That is, those of us who are from Liberia and were born in Liberia. But yeah, it's a fact. Just because you were born in Liberia does not mean that Liberia, you are obligated to living back in Liberia. The reason I'm saying that is We have a country that has been in existence for all these years. But guess what? The leaders in the past, the policy maker, they have never been up to the task of taking on all the problems that have hurt every family in our country and beginning to put in place measures to minimize those things. They have not been able to do that. So when you go into Liberia, it's like you driving, it's like you in a casket, but you stay alive. And then when you get out of Liberia, then the casket removed from on you. When you get out in the morning in Liberia, it's like you in a casket. You are in a casket. Because anytime anything can happen to you, look at the people that die in an accident. Look at the people. I'm not saying accident cannot happen around the world. But you can see the difference when you're driving on roads in the United States or in any developed country or in any developing country, including Africa. You can see the road signs. But the difference between the people in South Africa driving, the people in Ghana driving, there is a structure and system in place to obtain a driver license. Firstly, you have to be able to read and write and sit for the written test. The written test is the rule that tells you how to drive. What are the critical position or points on the highway? You take that theory test, you pass it. Then the next thing you do, you sit down with somebody who is an experienced driver that will drive you on the road and show you what are the critical and risky part of the road, right? Then after that, you go and sit down with a certified driver that will take you on the road to do your road test. Now, when you pass the road test, you will be aware that when you're driving on the road, you need to look out for whatever you read during the theoretical test, whatever you were taught during the road test. Then, on top of that, you got people who are public safety officials. That is the police. Because human being behavior cannot change. It can only be managed or controlled. In as much you pass the written test, you pass the road test, there is the behavior in us where you will just jump in the car and start to speed. And you speeding, and that speeding can lead to some type of accident that can even cost your life. What I just said, let somebody tell me how people getting behind the wheel in Liberia. If what I'm seeing make no sense to you, tell me. Let somebody call on the phone right now from Liberia. Send me a request. I will be quiet. I want you to tell me if you are a driver in Liberia. Tell me how you obtain your driver license. Tell me how you obtain a driver license in Liberia. Tell me how you obtain a driver license in Liberia. Do you sit for a written test? And when you pass the written test, do they issue you a temporary permit where you will sit down with somebody that will teach you how to drive? And then after you learn how to drive, and then you go back to the safety department of the Liberia National Police or the Ministry of Transport, and somebody sit down with you and say, okay, I am certified to give you a driver lesson under the public safety law of Liberia by the Ministry of Transport or by the Police and Traffic Safety Division. I'm certified. I'm going to sit in the chair here. You're going to drive, and we're going to cover a few miles so that I can see how you can drive. Then when you pass that, I gave you your license. That means that you have taken the written test, you have been issued a permit, somebody that you know that is a good driver taught you how to drive. Now you're coming back to do your final exam to get your driver license. Do we have those things in place? Because the purpose of having those things in place is to become a better driver, not just a driver. In Liberia, we don't got a driver, but we don't have better driver. A better driver is a driver who will drive based on the rules and the public safety features that are on the road. How to drive by observing those signs. Because when you are driving and you got yourself in a car, your life is at risk. More when you have people in a car that are sitting down there, their life, everyone in a car with you, their lives are in your hands. So when you drive in that car, do you consider the people's lives that are in your hands? Well, when you take the driving test, they will tell you, make sure that every passenger in America here, when you go for the theoretical test or the rating test, even the police, when you don't have your seatbelt on, or they will also tell you, every passenger in your car, they are honor your authority to tell them to buckle up, that they put a seatbelt on, and you are also responsible to drive them from where they got in your car to where they are going. How many drivers in our country that drive these buses, trucks, minivan, and mini-size car, compact car, that got more than one people in the car? How many of them are very conscious about the people that are in their car? And where would that consciousness come from? And who provided that knowledge for them to have that conscience? My friend, your country is behind. Your country got 60 more years to start making progress. We're not ready to compete. We are just among the numbers, but we are not doing anything that makes society better. There you go, no exit sign. And I want the reason why I said I'm not going to Liberia. Because if I come to Liberia, I want somebody to tell me, where is the exit sign? Tell Randy when you can't take exit days. There's no exit sign in the country. Augustine, you see how behind we are? But when you go right next door to the Ivory Coast, they got exit sign. You go right next door to Sierra Leone, they have exit sign. It may be a shady exit sign, but when you know exit sign from Europe, America, or from South Africa, you see exit sign, you see that in me exit, it's time for me to take my exit. But our country got nothing. What really works in Liberia? Let somebody tell me what really works in Liberia. What works? Educational system, does it work? Does our economy work? Public safety, does it work? What really works in Liberia? We sit on all the platforms every day and we have the conversation. What really works in our country? I'm asking you guys. What really works in our country, my fellow Liberians? Let's have the conversation. What really works in our country? What system do we have in place that work? We brag about political party coming to the government, but what have they done for the citizenry? You will tell your daughter that becoming or turning into a teenager how to be careful out there in the public, how to look out for good people, for bad people. If they go to the club, how they should behave, who are the predator in the club, if they are walking by themselves, what they need to have. Like for example, that girl that got murdered, I don't know how many people were there. You think if somebody had told her about pepper spray, it could help her. If you are knowledgeable about having pepper spray, it could have saved her life. But how many people will come on the bigger platform them and see the thousands and thousands of people that are watching and say, okay, every week we will talk about how to save lives. Before every show come on, aside from the political and governmental show, because all these platforms that got the big rating, their primary focus from Monday to Friday, or maybe from Monday to Saturday, or from Sunday to Saturday. Most of the BB platforms and their primary focus is just about politics, politics, and politics. None of them will come up one day to say, you know what? We need to talk about community empowerment, community safety. All right? We need to talk about these things. Do you think if we were providing education to our young boys and girls out there, the female, if you're traveling at night, make sure you get your pepper spray. Like that girl that got stabbed, if she had that pepper spray in her hand, it could have prevented her from dying today. But the people that got the big platform, they are not interested in helping our people. They are not interested in helping our people to spread the knowledge because they don't know how to create content. A good content creator will always look in every aspect of society and come up with a topic. Meaning you guys right now listen to me now, you're like, yeah, Jerry, I think you make a sense. It I get how to pepper spray. She probably was just taking that spray and just spray those guys in. By the time they tell her to do things, she be gone. Her life will be safe. She will tell the story so that other people can take precautionary measures. But she became a victim that have been added to the staggering data we have. So think about it, folks. Think about it. So it is what it is. Driver in a car on Buchanan Highway. You see a truck coming. What you should do? You driving a truck. You see a passenger car coming. What you should do? Nobody. Police say they're in the country. But you never hear about highway police. Liberia don't have highway police. Liberia don't have the police. I'm not talking about the Moroccan police though. I'm talking about the police that just stay in the city. Tell me when last you were in Liberia on the highway that you see policemen pull somebody over on the highway. When last? Our police only operate in the perimeter of the city. That's why they operate. You don't see that on the highway. You can drive from Pinville Railway all the way to Niba County. You will not see one police officer pulling a car over the man like on like this. And the police put the man over. And he said, Mama, you see how many police put the man over? Some of you guys will never see something like that until you die. Because you are in a country that is not willing to make any improvement. So some of you guys will never see that thing until you die. It's the reality I'm telling you guys. There are people in Liberia that went over 50, 70 years old that never worked in their life to get a paycheck. And they die today and left the face of the planet. They die. That's how Liberia is. Tell me when last you ever see a highway police? You will never see a highway police to pull somebody over. Some of you guys will never see a highway police. Never. Now, let me show you guys some of the things that we're talking about here, right? Look at that sign over there. It says around the rim. You see the curve over there? I think my camera is not too clear here. All right? Yeah, it's right here. You see right here? You see the sharp curve here? What the road sign telling me here right now? There's a curve. You see that thing there? It means that I'm going into a curve. So that means I have to slow down. And when I get in that curve, it's going to tell me what miles. See what at 20 miles exit? You see the curve here? It's telling me that there's a sharp curve here. So I got to be very, very careful. You see the sharp curve there? Yes. That other lane is telling me that other car will be coming from my right-hand side. All right? And why it say that? No turn. Yeah, there's something over there. Those are things that Eddie Johnson said he didn't live in the country. Amos Sawyer didn't live in the country. All your politicians they live in the country. But when they go back home, they are now willing to put us into action to help our people learn. But still you continue to listen to these people. You think what I see here right now, I just show you. If I were to come to Liberia, I will make sure that those things are put into place. And I will educate people to understand. But no, they leave from here, they don't care. They leave from here, they don't care at all. Because they don't think that you guys deserve that kind of education. That how can a baby will get killed in a car with other 6 people? That's the kind of country you're from. You have been putting the wrong people in the offices. And that's why you see God will always take a good Liberian with good knowledge and carry them into a better country. And that's why I said initially, just because you were born in Liberia does not mean that you are obligated to live in Liberia. And I am saying it today. Just because I was born in Liberia, I'm not obligated to live in Liberia. I'm not obligated to live in Liberia. Because Liberians are not willing to take our knowledge. They feel that the white man should always be better than them. So they will only come to the white man country and learn from the white man. And they will stay here. Alright? You see, when God took Joseph and sent him to Egypt, why it is true that Joseph they were born in back in the days, I don't know whatever it was, Jerusalem or what? God said the country at this time is not good for you. Y'all go and be in Egypt. That's what God told them. Y'all go and be in Egypt. That's what God told them. But that's not the case. That's not the case today. That's not the case. Every street sign, they teach you the thing and then they educate you on it. They teach you the thing and then they educate you on it. But nothing in our country. Nothing. Everything the white man has done to help us improve our life. Back in the days, we used to talk about, oh, America got this, America got this. We didn't learn nothing from the people that used to help us. Today now we got Facebook. Jay Rennie and other people can turn their phone on and start to show you how people drive. How people drive. Every road here got their speed limit. Look at all the highway there. You got exit sign all down here. Somebody coming and passing by you, they passing putting their single leg on. Alright? Somebody was talking about exit sign. Yeah, another exit sign right here. And they tell you must slow down 25 miles to make your exit sign. Alright? All this thing there. Our people, they came here, they saw this thing there. But they're not willing. They are not willing to help you guys understand. To help you guys understand. They are not willing to help you guys understand anything. Let me see where I can clean my camera here small. Because my camera looking all messed up now. I'm using my special cleaning material here to clean my camera screen. Okay, maybe my camera screen is clean now. Alright? This is almost like a highway. It's like you're coming from Buchanan going to Monrovia. Alright? But there are speed limit on the road. Watch it. You will see the speed limit right there. Why is it over there? Speed limit 65. That's why I say what there. Speed limit 65. You see that other guy crossing in for me? He put a single lane on. The guy is coming in my lane. He put a single lane on. Number one, he's showing respect. Number two, he is a good driver. He's like, my man, I'm coming in your lane. That's why I put my lane on. So if you want to speed up, my lane is on. Everybody. But what are we doing in our country, folks? That the other car going, you see that leg again? See the light man light on? Every time they cross over, they put their light on. But now one day you will see it happening in Liberia. So why your B platform teaching you? Who will come on one day and say, you know what? If you're a female traveling at night time, please, when you're walking, don't walk alone. Take a friend with you. If you're too dangerous, stay home. Or remain to where you are. Or try to get a friend that you trust to walk along. And aside from that, make sure you carry pepper spray with you. Alright? Or some female can get taser. Yeah, they got different taser you can sell. It's all on Amazon. You can buy it. Somebody mess with you, just taser it. You can do it. You help female to protect themselves. That girl just die in cold blood. With all the big platforms that she been listening to in her life, nobody was able to give her any personal protection. Nobody was able to give her any personal protection in terms of advice. Look at the truck. You see the truck moving fast? No, that guy, he taking his own time. That's a truck where you see him crossing, he putting his leg on. He taking his own time because he went through a driving program that tell him, if you driving with truck, you better be careful. You better be careful. You better be careful. In Liberia, I don't know why they got the fast lane or they got it slow lane. There's no such thing as fast lane or slow lane in Liberia. Nothing. Nobody understands why it means to have a fast lane or a slow lane in Liberia. Nothing. So what kind of country do we have? The people that come here, we say we came to a foreign country to come learn. We came here, we experiencing the kind of learning that we see that benefit us. But then when we go back home, we're not willing to implement nothing. I will not allow my education that I acquire in this country to be put to no use in Liberia. That is why I keep saying to you guys, I'm not going to Liberia to go waste my time. I will visit that country one day, but it will only be for visit only. But not to go apply my idea in that country. Because Liberians are not willing to change. Every generation in our country is willing to be the example of the incoming generation. The bad example, not good example. Not good example. Why should 6 people die in a car accident when we had several car accidents in the past where many people have died? What can be done? In America, people got super highway in here. You can blast your car. If you really want to enjoy any car, go to the white man world. They got the road in there. Even in Ghana now, they got the express highway. But nobody in our country is willing to make any change at all. Not a single change to improve the life of our people. Nobody. Nobody at all. But these people live in the country here. They live here. So Liberia, my fellow Liberian, is a death trap. Liberia is a country that is operating on death mines. And you know, like in the army, they say, oh, the post said mine all in the ground. That's what Liberia is. You go into that country, you are at a higher risk of your life. Because the people in that country, they don't care. They are only there to enrich themselves. They are not there to change anything. Don't take my word for it. One of the days when you go in that country and you get caught between life and death, you say, damn it, I think that guy Jerry needs to talk. You are right. And I pray that God will put you through. And then you will come back and you say, Jerry Randy, you are right. You are right. You are right. That girl that died, may your soul rest in peace. To all the females from Liberia, listen to me today. Try to get yourself a pepper spray. Get yourself a pepper spray in a bag that you carry along with you. It will help you save life. The people with a B platform, they don't care for your life. They only care for you to make them popular. But they don't care to give you the benefit that you giving them. Because by you showing up on their platform, you making them popular. But what are they giving you in return? They don't have to give you money. They have to teach you basic skill. Especially when they're dealing with a country like Liberia. Teach you how to be very mindful and careful in a country. They're not teaching you those things. They're not teaching you all those things, folks. There go my exit right here. They're telling me now 25 miles. All right? They're telling me now 25 miles. I need to slow down. That's my exit here. I need to slow down. All right? That's my exit there. I need to slow down. That's why they're telling me here. But those things not happen in Liberia. So why are we having it? Look at someone like what his name? Someone like somebody like Fatiga brother there. Fatiga brother. I don't give a damn but what his name is, but we know them to be the Fatiga brother because they had to define themselves to be the Fatiga brothers. These men then went to Liberia. One of them in Liberia now said in the government. You want to tell me all they can show to you guys is fighting over who is the boss, who not the boss? And then now in the mind of all the Liberians, You know what they will start to say? Oh, when they people come from America, that joy, they can become the low for. Because what happening right now at that DEA in Liberia? How the two guys are fighting for a job. Do you know how people interpreting it now right now in the country? Oh, these guys in here, they can't fight for a job, yo. We telling you, they can only come to for a job. Right? Am I lying here, folks? Isn't that what they will be saying? Because first of all, they always say that man want job. That man want job. And look at them went right over there. And they proving the exact thing that the Liberian people been saying about people wanting job. Don't you see it? Don't you see it? But these are guys that used to sit down on the B platform. They come in there. They come in there. Yo, you guys are really messed up in our country. You're messed up in our country. And some of you guys are here, you're so messed up. Y'all go behind the wrong people that know nothing. What the Fatiga brother did in the country here? What the Fatiga brother did in the country here? Only by mouth, they convince some of you guys. Oh, we're doing that, yeah, we're doing that, yeah. And now one person challenged them. Not one person challenged them, but he goes to the brother now. Oh, the DA, fighting in the DA. The DA got its own challenges. Then you bring in people that got no clue. But to only show to the Liberian people that all they want is just to fight over a job. Somebody from America. What people always say, experience not for justice, right? Somebody from America goes to Liberia. Instead of helping the people, teaching the people how to be responsible. But then they fight over a job. Oh, they fight at the DEA. They fight at the DEA. Really, Liberian? Really? That's why I always say this. The day I meet God, the day God called me home, and if I have the opportunity to see God, he and myself will have that with you that day. And I'm saying it today. Take me to be somebody stupid. Let me lift up my head. God, the day I meet you, you and myself will fight, God. I'm telling you right now. You and myself will get into pity, God, because you made a serious mistake by sending me to Liberia. If anybody tells you God made a mistake, I'm telling you today, God made a serious mistake by sending me to go be born in Liberia, because that country was never meant for many of us, but I will speak for myself. Because for 177 years, that country been in existence. And nothing we are able to do for ourselves. Nothing. Nothing we are able to do for ourselves as a country. People leave from here, they go to Liberia fighting over a job. Why to that DEA so much? What there? Just to show off? Is that why it is? Just to show off? Just to show off. Instead of them putting their brain to work, jotting down what are the challenges. AB Kroma, yes. What are the challenges? What are the challenges we need to put together? I mean, we are seeing all the challenges there. Yeah. AB here, Hassan here. How can we start it in here? Next thing you know, the guy they called General Butt Naked. A man who murdered people, never been de-traumatized, never been reintegrated in the society. There's a video going around now where they show Butt Naked there training DEA officer. What type of experience, what type of strategy does the Butt Naked guy know about fighting drugs, narcotics drugs? That you just go take him and put him there. What experience is the guy coming with? A man who took collars and sacrificed people's children. That the man you go tell and say, oh, you're going to treat the DEA people. How are people going to, approach someone that is on some type of surveillance of being a drug dealer, when the guy who training them has no experience in fighting or combating drugs in the past? That's the man AB Kroma go and bring and set over there. Liberian people, you have been making the wrong choices since 1847 up to 2023. And you will continue to make the wrong choices. And as you guys made the wrong choices, you will always get a result in the country. It's just a test. You perform poor on the test, you will get a test result. Every time you make a mistake in our country, you will always get a bad result. And it will not get better. You guys have been making a bad result since 1847. And as recent as 2023, you made another bad result. Bad choice again. So as long as you keep making the bad choices, you'll keep getting bad results. And that's how the country will be all the time. You make the wrong choice, your generation to come will come and live in that wrong choice. That's how you want the country to be. That's how you want the country to be. Yeah, that A.B. Kroma man, the Atlanta, he said he graduated from Seton Hall University. Anybody that know A.B. Kroma, share the video with him. A.B. Kroma said he graduated from Seton Hall, I think college or university, right? That's what I'm hearing. So A.B. Kroma, if you're out there, somebody told me you never graduated from that school. Somebody told me you never graduated from that school, A.B. Kroma. So, you need to come clean, A.B. Kroma in America, yo. You need to come clean. You fighting drugs because it's illegal. They get something they call academic fraud. Or Seton Hall University. I mean, yes, is that Seton, right? Seton University, right? LRB Gayu? Is that Seton University? Or Seton Hall University? LRB Gayu, what is it? Is that Seton Hall University or just Seton University? Give me the whole thing here. Let me make it clear to A.B. Kroma. Anybody that listen to me right now and you know A.B. Kroma, tell him, say, Jay Randy got news for you. He needs to come out and let us know whether he did graduate from Seton Hall University in New Jersey. Because I'm hearing that's what he's saying over there. So, A.B. Kroma, just show us your resume. All I want to see on your resume is, there you go, Seton Hall University. So, you see the university name there? Seton Hall University. That is the university A.B. Kroma said he graduated from. So, we want to know. Let A.B. Kroma show us a resume. Because the information I'm getting, A.B. Kroma did not attend Seton Hall University. But, according to the information I'm getting, he got somebody education credential. Somebody educational credential. And he said that the university he graduated from. So, A.B. Kroma, you are a public servant. So, you are under the highest scrutiny, especially from Jay Randy. Trust me, this is America, yo. That's not matter quality, yo. I can go right to that school there, over there, someone that coming, and just go ask question, You saw me doing that thing when John Weir tried to appoint the other guy who said he know about airplane business. Come and speak the real brain English so they can understand. The other man who said he know how to operate on airplane. I went to the school and I asked the school all that question. The people say they can't do airplane driver business in a place. So A.B. Kroma, I want to know. A.B. Kroma, I want to understand. All right? Did you go to Seton Hall University? Did you attend Seton Hall University, A.B. Kroma? I'm going to post it today so that people can start making a comment. A.B. Kroma, if you don't go to that school, if you never went to that school, A.B. Kroma, please, just come on and tell us that you made a mistake. But if we find out that you did not go to that school and you lying about it, A.B. Kroma, it will not be good. Because we will go to that school and I will carry your name there and I will ask the people, that guy here, that DEA man in Liberia, you're a big government official. He said he graduated from this school here. Yeah, his name right here. So we are happy about this school here and we want to come and tell you thank you. The man said he graduated from here. You have the graduation record there for us to see it here. And you know the year the man graduated, you have the record. That would be a public record. They would say, yeah, all the people that are graduated, they year. Then we'll take picture of that particular graduation year. Then we'll bring it and show it to the Liberian people. So if you come out, if you're need there, we'll say thank you for a job well done. But if you're need over there, if you come out, hey, then you in trouble. So somebody share the thing with A.B. Kroma. Guys, yo, thank you so much. I gotta go. All right, I gotta go. Got something to do. But you share the video with AB Kroma, yeah? Somebody telling me he did not go to Seton Hall University. It's in South Orange, New Jersey. That's where the university is. They coming summer. I'm going to be making a trip to the school there. I will call the school as well. When I get in my office, I will try to make that call and make the arrangement to come and visit. I'll be carrying AB Kroman name there to find out where he graduated. And I will get his name. So AB Kroman, when you're down there, just make sure you reach out to me or somebody else and say, look, my man, that thing I was just lying about you, it ain't true. All right? So, AB Kroma, be very open. You don't have to come to me. You can go on a criminal show and tell that criminal, say, look, I hear people say, I went to Seton Hall University. I did not go to Seton Hall University. Once I hear that, AB Kroma, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? All right. That's it. The government will not check. The government is said to be not correct. Then the government will go check LRP. The government in power, they said they know how they come to power. The government in power, they got their own fake document to go check on someone and get document. Look at me, the Joe Parker who out to a full businessman. The Joe Parker ever come out to tell you he's not a crook? The man who says he's calling out of opportunity. Joe Parker, they all got there on it. I'm not going to invest with them. Criminal widows spoon invest with them. I don't kind of man to go check it. The whole government is bunch of hustler and criminal. The entire Joe Parker government is made out of bunch of hustler criminal that are only there to get enrich. To enrich themselves. That's all they're all about. So guys, let me go, man. I gotta run. All right. Bye. Hey guys, happy day to everyone. Hello, 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 and welcome to this special broadcast. Welcome again to the special broadcast. Hello there, everyone. If you're just joining me here, hello there. I hate to break into your regular schedule, but I thought that this was going to be a very important one. So I'm here to at least give you a 45 minutes of questionable situation. Yes, the situation is questionable. So I hope that you guys will bear with me so that we can go through this. So please try to bear with me, guys. All right. Let me see here. I need to find that video right now and try to share it here. And so welcome to this special broadcast. So you guys can hear me here. Share here. So I don't know about to be here. I don't know about to be hearing me here. All right. So I'm not on the speaker of the car right now. So we're not going to be on the speaker of the car here. All right, guys. So this is a special podcast. All right. So this is a special podcast here. So please try to share the video quickly here. Let me see what I can share here. Excuse me there. Okay, let's see what I can share here. All right. So please join me. Let's share that here. Okay. Yeah, so join me. Share the video if you're coming on. Share the video. Share the video there, guys. Share the video. Let me say hi there to you, Ruth. Say good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you are. Please share the video. I just wanted us to discuss a few things in regards to the accident that occurred yesterday, I believe. So please share the video, invite friends. Let's talk about the accident, and then we'll call it a day. All right. So please share the video. Let's talk about the accident. Yes. Share that video. Let's talk about the accident. Very, very sad incident. So I just wanted us to talk about it. All right. Very, very sad incident. So let's talk about it. All right. Let's see here. So if you're just coming on here, please share the video here. I see most of you guys are coming on now. So I just have a few questions to ask, and so that way you guys can get to see what I'm talking about. All right. So just few questions to ask. It's a beautiful day out here. The sun, I mean, it's very sunny out here. And very, very sunny out here. Okay, if you can see right here, let me just show you guys. Very, very beautiful sunny day right out here. See the sun, the place is looking very, very nice. So, very, very sunny day out here. So, I just thought it wise to just take my time out. It's not cool. All right, so my air is not on in the car here. But I feel comfortable here just to chit chat with you guys. So please share the video if you're just joining me here. I really appreciate if you could share the video with me. I mean, with your friends out there. Share the video. At least I need about 10 or 15 people. That's all I need. Because I think you guys have done extremely well. So just give me 10 or 15 people. We should be good to go. I don't need plenty people on the platform anyway. Because it make no sense when all the people that listen, we don't see any difference. So at least 10 to 15 people, that's all for me. Yes. 10 to 15 people, that's all for me. Yes. 10 to 15 people. So share the video on your timeline. And share the video on your timeline. That's all I need. Just 10 to 15 people. All right, and then we'll ask a series of questions, and then we'll be out of here. Yes, we'll be out of here after we are done asking the question that we have on the platform here this evening for you guys. So please share the video. That's all we need, just 10 people or 15. Yes, 10 or 15 people. All right. 10 to 15 people. That's all we need. Share that video. I'm putting you guys to challenge here. Share that video. Share that video. We only need 10 people here. We cannot get 10 people. I'm trying to test you guys right now. We only need 10 people. We can't get it 10 people. So we'll wait. We will wait. We will wait. So share the video, guys. We need 10 people here. We need 10 people. We need 10 people. All right? Share the video. We need 10 people to start our show. You see how difficult it is to get 10 people on my platform? That how difficult it will be for the country to change. That how difficult it will be. Things will just be the same for a long period of time. Because the truth that people talk about in Liberia, they don't like it. They only let to enjoy other things. So 10 people, that's all we need, just 10. Some people got over 200 right now. It was some people that got over 200, but we just need 10. We can't get it. Wow. I like that. All right, so please share my video, y'all people. Y'all please share my video. Share it on your timeline. Your friend that can join. Share it. Share it, share it, share it. Today we'll talk today. We'll talk. We will talk today. Yes. We will definitely talk today. We'll talk today. We're not going to hold back. We'll talk today. But just give me 10 people. That's all I need. Just 10. That's all I need. Just 10 people. Give me 10 people. That's all I need. Okay, we need 5 more. We just need 5 more people. You see how difficult it is to get 10 people on the platform? I told you, the Liberian people are interested in important things. But you guys that will be here, you will get to see it. Yes. You guys that will be here, will get to see the 10 thing I'm talking about. Yes. All right, let's see here. So share the video there, ladies and gentlemen. Share the video. We need 10 people here. That's all we need. See how difficult it is to get 10 people? Yes. So let me share. I'm sharing my own here. When I finish now, then we'll go into the other one. So I'm sharing my own here. I am sharing mine here too. So once I finish, then we'll get back to it. Let me see here. Once I finish, I'll kind of join you guys. Yep. Right. Where is it? Okay, let's see here. Yeah, it should be here. Yeah, there you go, right here. Good. All right. We claim Jegolado when I come down. We are claiming Jegolado and we will not come down. Okay, 2 more people. 2. 2 more. 2 more, folks. Thank you, Jenna Agosti. 2 more people. We do 2 more. It drop again. It back up. It drop again. It back up. We challenging our... Now you see why when I come on my show, I can call my dedicated people. Whenever I'm doing my show, I call all my dedicated people. And then when I'm broadcasting and I see somebody else coming from somewhere and want to talk crap, I can let them go because I know my dedicated people will always come on my platform. That is why membership is very, very important. All right? So let's take it out to 10 people here. I'm still waiting. I am still waiting, folks. I am still waiting. Yeah, Peter, what's up, man? Peter, what's going on, Peter? What's going on, Peter? All right, folks. I see a lot of things going on here today. So, all right. So, we are unable to... Oh, somebody calling me here. I don't know who the person is. Anyway, I'll take that call later on. I don't know who the person is. I'll take that call later. All right, so gentlemen, this is where we stop. And let's just have the conversation and be done with it. All right, let's just have the conversation and be done with it. All right. So what I wanted to discuss with you guys here today. So I listened to I recorded a show this morning, and this is just a conversation between you guys and myself. All right. So I listened to OKFM this morning. And there was a very important question that was asked. Now, in fact, that question, the guy from OKFM this morning phoned into Buchanan. And then what happened in Buchanan, the accident on that Buchanan highway that happened, right? Yeah, so the guy called today to get some sort of starter update on the accident. So I'm listening to it, and what I heard from the guy who was reporting from Buchanan, this is what he said. He said, we are still trying to find people to identify the body. So there was no identification on the body. No identification. Remember the last time when I've been on one of my shows and I decided to ask you guys, when people get their driver license, what address is on the driver license? All right, so when the guy who was reporting on the starter update of the accident in Buchanan, what he was saying kind of add up to the question I was asking the other day. The guy said, yeah, we have some body here. We still waiting for people to come and identify the body. I mean, imagine in the 21st century, right? We're in the 21st century. in this country here and in other country, before you step out of your house, first thing you want to get is your proper identification that got your address on it or some type of address that you won't live at. And then you got your driver license number that he can look you up, right? So I'm listening to the guy and he's saying, yes, there are few survivors here, and even the people that died, we are still looking to see who will be coming in here to come look at the body. So they are actually looking and waiting for physical person to come to see the body. You see how sad it is in our country? So if somebody leave from here and go to Liberia and die, and apparently that person don't have the ID card on them, have the ID card, there's no way you can identify the body. So those 6 people that died in a car accident, they don't have any identification. The driver was identified because he has connection with one of the representatives. The baby, they cannot even differentiate who the mother is, or because there is no ID card identification. So now you see why Liberia is so behind. So that means that everybody in our country, when something happens, let's assume that there's an earthquake that hit Liberia. Let's assume that there's a tsunami that hit Liberia and people buried under the rubble. And they find people dead, people have injured. And they say, okay, let's identify the people. They're searching the people there. But what are people? We have searched over 20 bodies, or we have rescued 25 people. None of them got ID card. They are not conscious. They are unconscious. But who are these people? Why are their family members? So the question here is, how are we living in our country, folks? How are we living? Go to OKFM. The guy run the show they call the Morning Rush. The guy, yesterday, he was the same guy who was talking about the health crisis in the country, right? The sicknesses in the country. I usually listen to him because he asks some objective question. So the guy reporting from Buchanan is not telling you that they have identified the body. No ID card. No ID card whatsoever. No identification card. But today you got Liberians there, all in other places there, having fun. And nobody knows that those things are happening in our country, my brothers and sisters. Nobody is thinking. You got your lawmaker, then they don't sit down to brainstorm. They don't sit down to say, okay, how can we make life better for our country? How can we make life better for our people? Nobody thinking on the thing. There's 6 people today, they still at JFK. In Grand Bassel, in the mortuary. And yet there's still nobody has identified the body. But in other developed countries, they'll be taking the ID card or straight. Put it in the system, so the person living there, let's start finding the people. Those things are happening in South Africa. Every driver in South Africa, every driver in Kenya, when they put them over, they show their driver license, the address on it with some form of identification that would show their physical face. But in Liberia, since those people died yesterday, almost been 24 hours now, 6 other people have not been identified yet by their family member. They dead, they can't talk. But what would be left for somebody to identify them, for that information to talk for them? So put that in the moja waiting now. Well, we'll keep waiting until somebody come. Is that the kind of country we want? Even though we're paying people in our country, right? We call them lawmaker. We call them minister. We call them director. What are they doing now? What are they doing? I'm just asking a question. That's why I just came here to ask you guys. So what if you leave? You went to Liberia. Somebody that you want to go see the person, something happened to the person, you get there to the hall waiting. When the person will come, the person when the time, the person can call the person for not answering. So what do we do in that situation, folks? What do we do in a situation? What can we do in a situation? The 6 dead body at JFK, they are yet to be identified. I think only 1 has been identified so far, and that's the driver. But the rest of the other 5 people, they are yet to be identified because they do not have any proper identification. Spear, I don't know where you stay here. Let me ask you the question. You just came from Liberia. Did you get to see anyone driver license? If the answer is yes, what is on that driver license? What is on that driver license? For example, does that driver license reflect the person's address? Does that driver identification card have some type of number on it? That's a question we're asking here, folks. So how can we make a country better if you cannot identify people? Then how do we track record? How do we track people record? Nobody thinking about those things. Go back on that guy's show and go listen. Let me see what I can find here so you can listen to it here. Let me see what I can find here. Okay, FM. There you go right here. Okay, FM. There you go. Let me bring the guy back here. Where is my boy? Okay, FM. Okay, the picture from yesterday. I mean, the other video from yesterday. I want you to listen to the guy. By the way, that white guy who almost slit that guy's throat. They say he got released today, right? They say he got released today. The judge found nothing wrong with that. You think what that white guy did in Liberia and he got released? If that were you or me that did something to a white girl in the country here, if that you, as a black person, did something like that to a white person in the country, not to mention Tennessee, Mississippi, what do you think will happen to us in the country? What do you think will happen to us in the country? If you or me, as a Liberian black man in the country, did something like that in the country to a white girl, let's forget about the black people, let's forget about the Chinese people. I would say the Liberian girl, a black Liberian girl, we came here and did it to a white American girl. What do you think will happen to us in the country? Will we just walk free like that? I'm asking questions, folks. I'm not seeing answer. What that guy did, the Luca Richards guy, what he did to that girl. If you or me in our dream did it to somebody in the country, especially a white person, what will happen to us? What will happen to us? Thank you. Maybe left behind bars. Maybe left behind bars. Plenty years in jail. There you go. You gotta understand that, right? That guy almost took that girl's throat from her body. And today he just was scot-free. He just was scot-free. I don't know whether they went through trial or not. Whether it was jury trial or what. Went scot-free. It cannot happen in Ghana. It can't happen in Nigeria. It will be tough. It cannot happen in Cote d'Ivoire. It will be tough. But only in Liberia, things can just go easy like that. Only in Liberia. Let me just play the thing for you guys again so I can listen to the guy here.
Generally, man, what's going on?
Listen.
LEC is very well, as you are aware that.
No, they got, we don't want LEC.
Domestic politics on the ground. We are understanding the president is attempting, to extend the constitution or to change the constitution to ensure his stay into power. I know for a sure that Senator Erin Snow and two other lawmakers from two of these countries who are members of the ECOWAS Parliament had to stop to Lomé, to have some conversation with a delegation.
Let's go down.
From the
I want you to listen to what happened. Let's listen to the one from Buchanan, right? Let's listen to the one from Buchanan. Every failure in our system that kept us behind. Everything that we do in our country and we have been doing in our country that kept us behind, we will always identify here. Number one thing today, many people in our country do not have proper identification. So if anything happens to them, they leave from Moravia, they go to Kagata or Banga, Nimba, Grand Jiga, and something bad happened to them, you will not easily find out your relative there. Because there is no way to identify your relative. No way. No way. There is no system in the country to identify any of your relatives if they are involved in an accident. No way. Especially when they are dead, there will be no way. Let's listen here. Let me just find out this so we can listen to this.
On Saturday, you live in District 3 in the Pueblam community. Albert, Happy, Pre, and those George.
Try to find it, guys. You just watch. Wait for me.
Joe, Charles S. Sely, International and
Sevelu.
Great. What is this thing I'm hearing about the CEO of the Liberia Electricity Corporation? Why somebody ruled against him, or what? What's happening? When I took over this, this is a whole long executive order from former President.
Okay, it's coming now. It's coming on.
Okay. Section 8.
It's coming on.
Day of the inauguration, they should be seen as people reach to Buchanan.
Okay, going to Buchanan. Fine, listen.
Accident yesterday.
Listen to this.
Buchanan Highway. Then we can come back. I'm still trying to accept efforts to talk to the
Yes.
people. Pierre, good morning. How you doing? Yeah, good morning, Clarence. And let me say good morning to the people of Montserrat County.
Now, I want you to listen, yo. I want you to listen. The guy from Buchanan, I want you to listen to what he is about to say. And I want you to place emphasis on the identification process, all right? So let's listen. 6 people got involved in an accident. If I was in a developed country like here or elsewhere, by now the parent or family member would have been notified. Listen to this. Let's listen in. That's Liberia. Let's listen in.
Alexander, what more do we know? What more can you tell us about the identities of additional of all the people, or the identities of the people who died yesterday in that accident? Well, actually, only 2 for the additional, let's say, 5 person identity are not been known because of the severity of the incident. So, people try to still make that way. I contacted the OIC of the Liberian Government Hospital this morning, Mr. Joseph Zolo.
Now, you hear it? You just heard it, right? He's saying people are still finding it difficult to identify the body due to the severity. So what does that mean? They are only trying to look at the physical face of the person, but how the accident really damaged the people's faces. But in other developed countries, they're going to be searching you to find your ID card, right? To know who you are. But in Liberia, that's not the case. Let's continue listening here again. Let's continue listening here.
So, folks in the emergency room, according to him, they are still alive and ongoing treatment. But when it comes to identifying the other 5 persons, they are not been known because I think they happened yesterday and people still making their way to at least identify as to whether this person is their relative. Now, yeah.
You hear that? So, people are physically driving from Morovia, from Kagata, wherever they think they are, and they are making their way. You heard the man, right? They are making their way to go to the hospital. So, if you live in New Jersey and you have your family member involved in an accident in Maryland, you're going to get in a car and you're going to drive from from New Jersey to Maryland to go identify the body. You see how backward our country is? And now you got the guys there on all the different positions in the country. They sitting in the position there. Oh, I mean, so I mean, you see the lack of creativity. You see the lack of ingenuity in our country. You see it? So, until somebody can drive there and go identify those bodies, Nobody gonna know who the people are. I asked you guys the other day, how do people get in their driver license? What is on the people driver license? What is on the people driver license? All the talking people can be doing, the basic things that people need in our country, that you and I know. Right now, it's something happened to me on the highway. The policeman got to know who am I. All you got to do, take my, search me, find some kind of identification on me, put it in the system, and next thing you're going to know, you're going to call, he's going to look at my Facebook page. Oh, that guy is very popular. Or he's going to see who I call or who called me on Messenger, who text me, who I texted before something happened. Or he's going to call my family immediately, the last phone call. None of the guys who live in the country here, going back to Liberia and say, look, we have to make our country to be very informational, accessible. The accessibility of getting information. They're not thinking about it, but we are 177 years old country. Somebody got to come from way Monrovia to work their way to go to Buchanan to go physically identify the body. Yeah, I know him. That's my uncle down there. Doggy. Let's listen more again, folks. Let's listen more. Let's listen more. That's why I decided to come on here. Just can't get you a fresh man on team, though. Let's listen more.
Let's firstly establish, finally, what is the hospital saying? What's the total number of people that died? The total number of people, you have 10 male, 2 female, and 1 baby. So that 6 person and 2 person is currently in critical condition in emergency room. So it means there were 7 adults in the car, including a baby. Yes. So 6 person died and 2 are still alive but in critical condition. Yes. And you were talking about 2 of the people whose identities have been established. So who are they? Established because of the identification of one Johnson, a physician, who is a physician, were established, and then the driver impressive Emil Flomo is the relative of the current representative in the third district, who in Grand Bazaar County, Alfred Flomo. Yes, he resides in district, in the third district, far room for the company, down to Buchanan, and also use the Monrovia way to transport passenger as well.
All right. So the 2 people that have been identified, one is a beautician. That means many people know him because he does hair or maybe nails and other stuff like that, right? So to identify him is easy. Maybe in a Buchanan there, many people know him. Oh, that was beautician over there. Then the driver having to be a relative or a representative. They know him. So, by association or by association as a beautician or association because he has some connection or the other guy has some connection with a representative. Now, the remaining other people, because they are nobody but regular citizens, they are not being identified because they don't have no proper identification. But we say we've been having PhDs, we've been having Harvard graduates, we've been having all these things. Now you see how useless our people are in terms of creating opportunity. Sierra Leone, go on Google right now. Sierra Leone is coming out with a digital identification card. Have you heard Liberian talking about that? No. Sierra Leone is coming up with a digital identification card. But we are from a country that 177 years old. People get involved in accidents, you can't even identify them. Now you see why it said that when people die on the road, in the street, in Monrovia, when our man Sonny Boy used to be going around showing camera, videotaping dead bodies. Now you see what you will see a video, you see the dead person, you will never get to know who that person is. No identification. No identification. Those people sat down in our country, they say they got Ministry of Postal Affairs. Ministry of Postal Affairs. But homes are being built right now We all know proper zoning code. We all know layout, as we call it in the layman world. They just allow people to just do their own thing. And they call that place country. I'm just bringing it to you guys though. Every time I see I will bring it. People can die in our country and nobody will identify them by any means or identification. That's what happened in our country. Let me bring you some updates here. Yesterday, y'all listened to Stanton Witherspoon. Some of you guys did. And we played some of it here. Yeah, what I want to tell you guys. Stanton Witherspoon is not in any Liberian interest. Let me repeat myself again. Stanton Witherspoon is not in the interest of any Liberians. The opportunity that Nathaniel Miguel and CDC gave him, he's not giving back to the country based on the need of the people. He's doing things based on his personal interest. And as long as his interest is not met, then he comes and goes sabbatical. Then he becomes radical. Then he becomes the talking guy. Stanton is disappointed because that deal, that method he talking about, he wanted his cut in there. The guy is treating the Liberian government and the people of Liberia just how he was doing his scamming thing here. Because the deal is not giving him that opportunity that he was hoping for. That is why he coming outside here now to talk. Don't take my word for it, folks. My intelligence I'm getting, I'm not going to tell you guys. You will wait and see it. But Stanton is about to go down like Costa. His downfall is coming now, very, very soon. That radio station, everything coming to go down. It's just a matter of time. Spoon is going to go down. They will not be popular in our country because the Unity Party greedy guys in, they are already figured out, including Joe Walker, that this Stanton guy is not in the interest of the Liberian people but himself. The first time he and Joe Walker met, the man wanted to be the only man to be importing rest in our country. That means even you that listen to me, if you contemplating on opening a rest importation business in Liberia, you will not be given that opportunity. Because Boca and his team of people said no, he got mad. But he did not show it. He started blasting. Now, with the MedTech company he was talking about, everyone that support Boca know that Boca has been in office for 3 months now. And most of their defense for Boca, or their defensive for Boca, they will tell you, say, oh, the Pabella been in office for 3 or you not 3 months yet, you're getting chance. And that's what they will say. Now, the MedTech company, if the United Party say they want to create jobs, and they decide to keep that company, even though, according to Mr. Witherspoon, that very company was doing business with the Liberian government during George Weah presidency, right? Now, if Boca comes to power and say, we need to keep the company here, they are doing good for our people. What will make you mad to say, oh, why are you keeping the company for? Don't you see when Boca came to power, they said we'll visit every other deal and revisit the deal to understand the contract? Right? Yes. Any new leadership that come to power, they will not just single out any investment in the country in terms of company operation. They will sit down with the company and they will draw a new conclusion, or they will come out with new contract in order to keep that company, right? Question here is Stanton truly love the Boca administration? Why was he saying last night on his show, oh, the same company that we are there with is the same company Boca is dealing with, who's going to be the next administrator, who's going to be the next this? What I just told you that every government is supposed to renegotiate any kind of contract that need to be renegotiated, Boca then had done that renegotiation. And they feel that the company will be a great help to Liberia because they want to keep companies that are doing business with Liberia. They also want to create jobs. The reason Stanton Witherspoon is angry is because he wanted a cut in that company. Everything that Boca is going to negotiate, Stanton is saying to Boca, I convinced the Liberian people to make you president. So whatever thing you do, I need my part of cut. Whether it is 5%, 10%, I need my cut. He's not getting that. So what is he doing now? He's not coming back to tell the Liberian people, look, let us understand the fact. Even though the company worked with George Weah, and we believe that it is a nasty thing, let's give Boca a chance and see how Boca and his people will renegotiate a better agreement that will benefit the Liberian people. That should be the position of Stanton Witherspoon. No, that's not a position. Why? Because Stanton wants to get his cut. And because they are saying that Stanton, you are a criminal, we're not going to give you any opportunity to have your say here or to get any cut. Now Stanton is coming back now to start bashing the government now. Don't take my word for it though. I know there are certain people here who know me. We say, Jay Randy, I believe you, and all we got to do is to wait. For those of you that don't believe in me, please wait. Stanton is going to go down. That radio station is going to go down. It will go down in this administration of Joe Boca. They will do everything to shut him down. The time is coming. Because what the guy is trying to do now, he's trying to destroy Joe Boca. He's trying to paint Joe Boca as a corrupt person. That's what he's trying to do now. He's trying to make Joe Boca to become very unpopular in the eyes of the Liberian people and to the international community. He's trying to make sure that whatever Boca is doing, he's going to put a monkey wrench into Boca activities. While it is true that what Boca is doing, he should be investigating the East Center. But I just want you to understand that Stanton is not doing what he's doing or saying what he's saying because of you. The reason Stanton is saying nothing is because he has been left out. He is a criminal. Mr. Grespe and other people around him, Boca, they are telling Mr. Grespe that guy is a criminal. If you do business with him, we will be in trouble here. We will be open up to sanction because the U.S. embassy is watching. And now because Stanton cannot say anything in America here because he's a criminal. All I know Mr. Witherspoon is making that is to just appeal to the innocent Liberian people in our country that don't understand anything about what Stanton has done here. And he's using his radio waves. So United Party people, they already now start a war between they and Stanton Witherspoon. And Witherspoon will not stop because he thinks that just how he lied to the people back there, he thinks that people still got him on his, they are still on his side. So he's going to be doing everything every day. He's going to be telling the people, oh, we got the other document here, we got the other document. He's not going to validate those things. So I want you to keep your eyes on Stanton Witherspoon going forward. He's going to be coming with premature information that is filled with misleading information as well, deception and disinformation. Because he knows that the people in our country, and some of them here, they don't have that rational mind. They don't have that logical thinking. They cannot rationalize or analyze things. They listen to him. So whatever he's going to be saying against the Boca government, the people are going to buy it because it's coming from this crook, this criminal. So I want to register this to you guys today. Stanton Witherspoon is a guy that when things are not in his favor, he will go sabbatical and he will start to tarnish your reputation. all because you did not get his cut. So as long Walker and his team of people engage in any investment where Stanton is not giving an opportunity, he will come on his platform and start blasting. Now, he thinks Funati Kofa will be able to help him. The reason he was so sympathetic to Funati Kofa, because Mr. Kofa is in the House of Representatives. There are so many things that he can do. He feels that he disagrees himself with Walker as he started to do now. He can rely on Funati Kofa to start finding way back to CDC Georgia. That's why he wanted to, because he can't come to Alexander Cummings. There's no way that Cummings and Mr. Witherspoon can sit down together on the same seat or in the same area. Cummings is from America. He understands what America does. So he now coming to Funati Kofa, thinking that Funati Kofa will be able to rescue him if Walker let him down. That is his strategy. But again, Stanton is not in your corner. He doesn't stand for you. He does not represent you. Whenever deal go bad, where he's not benefiting, then he will come and attack you or attack your leader. So everything he's saying over there, please, folks, people who got here, consider that. Stanton Witherspoon is not in the interest of the Liberian people. He's not. Just how he decided to become a criminal in the country. Never even thought about the Liberian people first. And asking himself, what I'm doing here, what type of embarrassment will it bring to the people of Liberia? And how will everyone in their own state of mind who believe in merit to get things, how are they going to consider me? No. Stanton was only about himself and did not care to consider you that have been working hard in the country. He didn't care for you. That's the same thing Mr. Witherspoon is doing in Liberia right now. He thought he and Walker were going to run this country. That's why that was Stanton Witherspoon thought, and he still believed that. He believed that he was going to have direct access to Walker. That was with all any cost to use that his criminal radio stations. Walker and his people did not pay 5 cents. But he gave them every opportunity to use his airway. Now he wanted to cash in. He cannot cash in right now. Because the people of United Party, they are not in there, even for the Liberian people. The Walker group are divided into two. They got the Grace Bay people, and then they got the Walker country people. The Grace Bay people are way ahead of the Walker country people. They are into the concession. They are into this deal. They are working out things. And that is where Grace Bay is. And Grace Bay know very well that Stanton is a crook. Along with other people who are around Grace Bay, they are saying we cannot bring the guy in the circle here. This guy is a criminal. We cannot bring him here. So he has been sidelined. Long time ago, he has been sidelined. So he cannot get through. And all he can do is to come back on his radio station to make all that noise. Don't take my word for it, folks. Just keep watching the play-by-play. Just keep watching. He's going to go more radical. He's going to start insulting the papi. He's going to start insulting the government. Those people that he called yesterday, they are his worst enemy. He hates to see them because he thinking that, oh, I have worked hard to get Walker elected. Now I'm being left out while they distributing whatever we were working for. That is his goal. The guy believed that if he was to get out of jail today, he'll be going to Liberia and go live a fabulous life. But the guy on the ground already figuring out. They're not going to work with him because he's a criminal. He is a criminal. I want to register that. Friday, we listen to Mr. Gregory Coleman. Mr. Coleman contradicted himself in an interview he had on, I believe, Sky Radio or Sky Communication. He contradicted himself a lot, and we analyze that too. Yes, we analyze that video. And I want you to join me as well. So, Coming back to the issue of the radio, about the car accident, our leaders in our country need to get serious. A lot of Liberians, we all have decided to not move that country forward. And until we decide that we need to move that country forward, there will be little things that we see in the country as little things. It will become a mountain in Liberia. Since those 6 people died, nobody has gone to identify the bodies. The police cannot even put his or her hand into the pocket or the pocketbook of a female that was in a car to find some type of identification. Nothing. Nobody on their platform educating the Liberian people that, look, the incident happened, these are the things we need to put in place. Nobody is providing education for our people. The number one thing that take over Liberia today is political issue. Every day, every platform you go on, they're talking about politics. But yet, 6 people dead at a hospital in Grand Bassa County, I believe. And you hear the journalists saying people are coming to identify the body. People will get in a car from Morovia. Then they will come to Picano to identify the body. Kind of you living in Delaware and somebody say come to Virginia to come identify the body. That means you got to come from your house, get in your car if you get one, take an Uber to the train station or bus station to go there to go identify the body. That's how backward we are. That's how backward we are, my fellow Liberians. When will we have a conversation on improving from community-based education, how to be on the lookout for suspicious activities, how to prevent your home from getting burned, how to work at night? Nobody having the conversation to engage the young people mindset. What are some of the risks associated with people around them? That girl that got stabbed and died, she had no clue about what to do when the people confronted her. Just give your bag. Just give your bag. Let them carry it. That bag cannot bring your life back. Nobody had that conversation. You see, my fellow Liberians, most of the young people in the country called Liberia, they are not socially inclined. They had no security experience. Nothing. But have we been having this kind of conversation? Because right now, I think it's about 9 o'clock in Liberia now. Or maybe 10 o'clock. Many Liberians are listening. Now, the tragedy that happened to that girl, the big platform that got the Liberian people ears. Because the Liberian people, their ear went to somewhere to somewhere. And that person begin to say, look, if you're female, listen to me. Once it gets dark, do not travel by yourself. Always make sure you travel in pair. On top of that, there's something called pepper spray. You can spray in anybody's eye that want to harm you. Nobody on the platform teaching our people these things. Nobody. Nobody. By the time the time comes, oh yeah, Edwin's not this, Edwin's not that. The very people you are informing, they are dying every day. You listen to the guy from OKFM. Young people are dying of diseases in the country. Young people are becoming victims to violent activities. Young people are being raped in the country. And young people are being used by government or some government officials. So what are we? And who are we? Who are we? Who are we? We don't have no proper way. The last time I asked you the question, when last did you see exit sign in Liberia? When last? We drive in the country, right? When last have we seen exit sign? Red light, the traffic light as we call it here. It used to be in Monrovia back in the days. But I listened to T Max when you were having the conversation with the fire guy. He said, well, only two red light the guy in the city or in Monrovia County. Only two. What is the purpose of the red light when people don't go to take the written test for driving and the oral test for driving? Why do we have the red light? That's why you see some people come to the red light and they will be gone. Speeding in the country. Speeding in the country. Let's listen to the guy. Let him tell you what happened in that accident. Let's listen to him here. Let's listen to the guy from Buchanan. Let him tell you what happened in that accident. Let me see what I can get to here quickly here. Oh, jeez, I just lost it. All right. So while I'm looking for it, the guy is free today. He's free. Like I ask you guys, if you're a black man in the country, what I got in Liberia? If you're a Liberian man, you're a black man, you did to where get here. Tell me what happened to you. Will you walk scot-free? Think about that question there, why I found the thing here. Think about the answer, why I found the thing. Think about that, folks. If you are a Liberian and did exactly what I got did in Liberia, I want you to tell me what would be your fate. What would be your fate? What would be your fate? Let me try to adjust it here.
You got problems on your car. These are some of the reasons why the Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, who is supposed to come from Monica Town, recently it's not January 22nd. That's correct. But the other one, the other thing I was talking about. So, what does your communication seek to do?
Okay, I just got that part. I want you to listen. We already listened to the dead people. They got no proper identification. They are unknown people. They are Jane Doe. They are, how do you call it? They got John Doe and they got Jane Doe. Jane Doe is the female. John Doe is the male. These people are unknown people. There's no proper form of identification. Now, let's listen to what he's going to say about the truck driver, right? So let's listen. So there you have it there, folks. People got to go actually to the mortuary. Whether they are the people are into a freezer, they just pull it out. I don't know that person. Let me go. You. No, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Now you see how your country is so messed up. Now you see when other people say you are from a shithole country, and then you won't get vexed. 177 years old country. People got to physically go and identify a body. But in other countries, they slip your ID card from your purse or from your wallet, and they be able to reach to you with a bad or good news. That's how it is. That's how it is. It doesn't work like that. The speeding. You heard the man, right? The transport union has cautioned the truck driver to start speeding, but they don't listen. You see, my friend, here are the steps to maintain a perfect working program within a perfect working society. One, you identify the problems, right? And then you begin to draw up a solution to the problem. How do we minimize accident in the country? Let's take it from that example. Well, we identify how we should get people to drive. One, they should be a certain age. Two, they should go through the driving test or exam, starting with reading the questionnaire and taking a written test. When they pass the written test, they got to be issued a permit. Under that permit, they got to take between 3 to 6 months and learn how to drive with a professional person. Upon the satisfaction of that professional person, they can come back and obtain their driver license. But that, the test that will be now, the implementation part from the driver himself. He will be going out there driving now. But because of speeding and other bad driving behavior, police officer will be in the middle of the highway. And when they're driving, they see the police, say, oh, speeding, police. Speeding is related to police. I'm not going to be speeding. Why if I'm caught speeding? Well, I risk my lesson getting suspended. And they will put my knee in a system. And if they find out that I was illegally driving, that could land me in jail. Do you think if we had enforcement action in our country, you think things will be happening the way it is? We have so-called plan. We implement those so-called plan. We don't monitor them. We don't enforce them. That is why people are doing things in the country like the way they're doing. You know what will happen to you or me if we hit some kind of door in the country while driving? You know what happened to you and I when we speeding here? The reason you see police officers and courthouses, they are there to control our behavior. The police officer with the law enforcement officer will catch you. I mean, when he catch you speeding, he issue you ticket. And then you go to the court. That is part of the implementation and enforcement action. And then the court will determine what you did. Then the judge will determine whether you should go to jail and spend some time or go to community service to learn from your mistake. Every time the truck driver there in that town speeding. I remember when I was down there in Yugepa, whenever my mind to travel to River G, she used to take me along with my little brother. Those same trouble just be coming, moving, especially with the heavy log. Look how old I am today. And the very thing is still happening in the country. The very thing is still happening in the country today. A guy like me who was very young, my mom used to put my little brother on her back and hold my hand. And we used to see truck them. When the truck them come, the police will be praying, oh God, yeah, man, Papa, oh. Up to today, young baby they are all dying before they even see their first birthday in Liberia. The baby that died, that's going to be the future of the country. But because of somebody negligent, that baby don't even know where he or she was born. Baby going back today. And nobody on their platform has seen that government official, you need to start to revamp the whole driver's thing here. There's nothing wrong. To who been driving since 1970, it is still driving, you can grandfather them into the system. When you bring out a new system and people are, you see a lot of people who are part of the old system, we call them grandfathering them into the new system. But nobody doing those things, my friend. Nobody doing those things in that country. All the people want to do just all day. Oh, chola poga day, chola day, and it's no day. From year to year round, year round, year round, year round. Nothing substantial to improve the quality of life. Somehow I don't get into the chola poga man this, chola man this, and we just say that over there. That's why it is. I'm doing real here, folks. Thank God that He made the white man better than us. I want to give God the glory. Thank God that He made the white man to be better than us. Because with other white men, we are going to be worst. Imagine you in Liberia how the country is today. And you and I did not leave that country. And Liberia is the only country that we know. We can't go to other country. I want you to restrict yourself in that mindset. And then you will see why I'm so grateful to God for the white man country. Restrict yourself to Liberia right now. And say, what if I were in Liberia? And I got nowhere to go. And I'm only in Liberia. And imagine how life would have been for you. That is where I'm coming from and telling you that thank God for the white man. Thank God for the white man when it comes to how our country is. I'm thanking God for the white man because we can leave that country and come to their country and become better people. They will help us to become better people. Our country will assist us to become the worst people. That is why a few of you guys that go to Liberia, you don't stay too long there, right? You can't ride bike. Even when you work in the government, they let you go. You're not going to sit down there. You're not going to be kind of go sit. You're not going to Nima. You're coming right back to America here. Why are you coming here? Because the white man country is better than your own. That's why you keep coming here. But should it be that way? The answer is no. Why? Because we can be better. But why are we the way we are? Because the people that are supposed to be voting, they are basically, and how do you call it? Highly inclined. They don't know what they want. They make all the bad choices. Liberia got a democracy that is in the hands of the wrong population of people, into the hands of the wrong generation. And the generation will continue to make all the mistakes in the world, and it will set that country behind. When Liberians needed real people, when the real people needed democracy, dictatorship was in their way. Dictatorship was in their way. Today now, democracy is here in Liberia, but you got very uninformed population of voters. And what happened to the country? So what will we do? We keep talking. Like I tell you guys, in order for me to go to Liberia, it will be for two reasons. One, to go see my family. Two, to go see Liberia for the last time. Because that country is not going to be better anytime soon. You will believe in yourself. You will say, oh yeah, Liberia will be better one day. But let me say this to you. Last week Saturday, the other Saturday last year, and even the coming Saturday, they are burying Liberians that were thinking the same way like you. That, oh, Liberia will get better one day. But when they give out that ghost, the country remain unchanged. They are not better than you, neither me. You and I will be on the planet. That country will not be a better country. And one day, we'll give our last breath and we'll be gone. Because we are from a country that is not ready to be what other country in our country, on our continent is. That's my thought for you. That's my thought for you. That is my thought for you. You can believe it all you want, or you can deny it all you want. But one of the reality that cannot change, there are Liberians today right now in our country praying that they must win the DV because they want to get out of that country. There are also Liberians that will leave from here and go to Liberia and will tell you, I'm not here for long, I'm here for 2 weeks. One more, I'm going right back. You see the reality there now? That the country ain't worth anything. People who live in the diaspora will go to Liberia and spend a few months and they'll come right back. There are people in the country that can't wait to win DV or for somebody to marry them and bring them. What does that tell you about your country? That there's no hope. There's no hope. People are just in our country temporarily because the government officials, the people that enjoy in our country today that don't even want to travel anywhere, are the business people. You know how many Lebanese people have gotten rich in our country? From the 1960s, 1970s. Why you think the people can go back to their country? The Lebanese men are in our town. Why you think he can go back to their country? Like you must say here. Why we can't go back to Liberia? Because whatever we can get to benefit us is in the country here, right? Think about the Lebanese men in Liberia. Why is that in our country every time new government come in? Why is that there? Think about the Indian man. You think nothing was in our country to benefit the business community. You think they're still going to be there? But they are the one that enjoying the country. That's why they stay in there all the time. Do you see Lebanese men running to the country and say, oh, I'm going to get American passport, visa so I can go to America? No. Do you see the Indian man running to his country and say, oh, my man, guy, I got to go to India to go get my visa to go to America? Do you see that? No. They're coming to Liberia. Indians are coming. The Lebanese are coming. Now the Chinese are coming. Why do you think they're coming to the country? Because they know the people in our country, they don't know what they want for themselves. Even though they got resources, they do not know what they want for themselves. So we will come here and be the business tycoon in this country. And we'll use them from one government to another. And boy, they have done it. They have done it. They have done it. There are millionaires of Lebanese people in their country today that can say, you see, today we are rich. How many of you guys that call yourself investigative journalists that have followed some Lebanese people back to their country and see how much they are accumulated from Liberia over the years and how they're living? They don't know. That brother don't know these things. So guys, thank you so much. That's all I have for you guys today. Just be careful when you go to that country. That country is a death trap. The country has become a hustle ground. There are people who are in America that only want to go get their own. You see Fatiga and Kruma fighting today. You think they're fighting on behalf of the Liberian people? No. They're fighting for financial gain. Financial, how do you call it? Opportunity. That's what they're doing. They're not coming all together and say, oh, we got a program here, the program here, this is the thing we want to do here. No. You are from a country that will continue to show to you and prove to you that you don't worth nothing. A white guy today almost killed a black Liberian girl. And today he walked free. He coming back to America with no record attached. And then you're going to see Liberian here and say, look at them. They ain't work for shit in their own country. You can go to that country and cut somebody through. Oh, the court is very corrupt. You will walk through that country free. They are not nothing. They got people from Lebanon, from India, from China that are using them left and right. I was there before. I did something and I walked free. Yeah, the video here I will show to you. That's how they will say it. I didn't want to go. He said that in the chamber of our house, Liberians are shivering to go sign document. Another guy want to sling the throat of a Liberian girl. He walked free. Lebanese men in the country for all those years, they have become millionaires. You got your great sister, grandma, relative, men, women, been selling in the market since I don't know when. They don't even have $500 in the bank account. But they've been selling every day, every year, every century. Nothing. We just talk until we talk, yeah? But I'm grateful to God that at least I'm accomplishing so many milestones in the country. Personally for me, I must admit, tell you guys, every one of you guys from your personal agenda, you guys are accomplishing things personally. Let's give glory to God personally. Whether it's your child graduating from college, you graduating from college, you getting a job promotion, you buying a new home, you investing into something. Personally, we are all benefiting. And I want to bless God for that. I feel sorry for those who in the country that don't have that opportunity. I feel for them. But on the other hand too, they are so unfortunate that they don't listen to the right people. So some of them were just born to die poor. So the people that died in that car accident, they were poor, hustling people. They died right there. They were born poor and they died poor today. If the country really had that love, they could have prevented them from dying. But because they didn't put in place the right mechanism, those people were born poor and they died poor. And there are many more Liberians in our country that will be born poor and they will die poor. They will enjoy what the world had to offer. They'll be part of the politics. Oh yeah, Joe Bunker did, Joe Weir did, Samuel Twain did. But at the end of the day, they will die poor. Their children will be left with nothing else but poverty. And they will grow up into poverty. And they will die in poverty as well. Because if the parent did not prepare for them, they will have to struggle. And then their struggle will not make them to meet any opportunity. Because opportunity in Liberia is like a gold dust. You can't get it easily. So we'll be back here on Friday. Hopefully, if something happens tomorrow and I have the time, we'll come here again, we'll talk about it. But I just want to let you know that Liberia is a country where you see all the drivers. It's just a matter of some important crisis to take place or incident to take place that when you know the country messed up. So all the drivers you see in the country driving, they had no driver license. They had no identification to identify them. So if a whole bus crash, well, everybody died. Even you yourself, you go there, you will not be able to help. The person that will be talking to you, you cannot pull all their their ID card to make a call to identify them. That's how it is. So thank you guys so much. God bless you guys. I got to go, man. All right. Thank you guys for the time. We appreciate you guys all the time. All right. So share the video. This is J. Randy here. We are just again discover another big problem in our country. Since 1847, we have been operating in our country with no proper identification for our people. No proper identification for our people. And are we going to have it? I doubt it. Thank you guys so much. God bless you guys. Got to go, man. Hey guys, good morning to everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is what, Thursday? Yes, today is Thursday, and I just want to share my Thursday view on what happened in the country. You know, every time you try to stay away from Liberia, things keep happening. Apparently, it's not going to get better anytime soon. So again, this morning we were waking up to video that showed that a news outlet in Monrovia, or let's say in Liberia, came on some security invasion, as I would describe it, security invasion. I don't know the details of what happened, but I really want you guys to please share the video with me, because tomorrow I will be conducting my show tomorrow. I did see pieces of video here and there, so I'm just making the public outcry to you guys who usually send me video out there. If you have any video in regards to the interview, because what I heard from the video this morning surrounding the Voice of Liberia, I heard that I think a dismissed EPS officer went at the Voice of Liberia to voice his opinion as a citizen and former law enforcement officer or former public servant. And from what I heard, I don't know what he said that led to the police officer arresting them. So my appeal here to everyone is, in order to get a full length of what happened, what I'm asking for here, and this is just an open appeal, because myself will do my own research to really get to the video. So if you have copy of the interview of the former EPS officer who went to Voice of Liberia, if you have that video clip, please do not hesitate to send it my way. All right, please do not hesitate to send it my way so that I can begin the analysis process, all right, of that video, and then hopefully by tomorrow we can have a very fruitful and detailed conversation surrounding the issue, the contributing factor, the root cause, and what are the corrective action that need to be put in place. So I'm just asking you guys, because for me, I'm all about solution. We see problem, we provide a solution, because the more solution we have, the better we will be prepared to at least move the country forward. But for every time we see problem being created, problem being stacked upon each other, the more problem you get, the less likely you're going to move forward. Because problem is an obstacle in your way. Solution is a pathway to progress. Problem is a stumbling block to solution. To progress or pathway. So I want to look at that as well. All right. So if you're watching here, let me say good morning there to my brother, Joseph Jacob. Joseph, good morning to you. I would like to say thank you for stopping by, and I hope that everything is going well for you. Hopefully for the weekend, I will try to call and see how you're doing there, my brother. And to every one of you guys here, Frederick, Monju, and those who are coming here for the first time, those who follow the show, and those who also follow my page, thanks to every one of you guys. I appreciate you guys a lot, because it is a challenge to have meaningful Liberians who want to have that open mind to see, listen, and learn from other Liberians. The thing here is there are many different platforms across social media that speak on issue in Liberia, but some are try to do it uniquely so that we can be able to get your buy-in. And one of the approaches that I have, for me, one is to understand the problem that is happening in the country. Understanding the problem will come from what are the cause factor of the problem. Is it lack of knowledge, or is it just a deliberate disregard for the knowledge that they have? Is it a gap? Is it a need? All those questions will be answered based on a single situation, such as the video or other conversation we have, and we'll discuss that. So I'll be discussing that. Yesterday, I saw the video of the gentleman Lucas Richie. I think that's his name, right? Lucas Richie's. We heard about the situation that occurred sometime, I believe, last year, where this girl threw gasoline and she nearly passed. Thank God it did not happen. I don't know whether there were any fatality in the process, but that's something again I have to refresh my mind on. But what I would say in regards to that, I think I still have the video, so I just have to go back into my archive and look into my general archive, because the way I structure things based on my conversation, all the political party got their folder, and then all the political leader, they all got their folder, and then every major activities. Then under that, we have all the different talk show hosts who are very inconsistent. They also have their folder, and then we look at general activities in the country. Then I also have that folder. So those are the directory that I have when it comes to how I present my discussion, because you have to be very structured, you have to be very organized in order to get your thought together to create a better content for your people to be able to understand. Because one thing I would love to see everyone who watch my show do, one, whenever there's a situation, you want to start with a why question. Why the thing is happening? And then the reason you're trying to utilize the why question is to determine whether there is a structure in the in the process, or whether there is some type of out of character that is based on lack of knowledge, or ignorance. And then by you understanding how the individual, because it's always the human being interacting with something. That is, every time something happens, it's always the human being interacting with something. Whether it is a car, that human being driving a car, whether it is a guy in the studio, he's saying something, whether it is the guy at work, he's saying something or she's saying something. So whenever things happen, you always want to ask the why question, which will give you a bigger picture in order to find a solution. So oftentimes we look at data. Data will show whether things have been very good, efficient, and effective, or the data will show that things have been misused, mismanaged, and it creates that backlog of data. So those are things that personally that I try to do. And then for the most part, most of the information that I provide here come from my experience, whether from the classroom as a professional person who is in leadership role in this country. Most of those things come from what I say and what I do. Yeah, so those are things that I tend to look at most of the time. Yeah, so I just want to bring those things to your attention and stuff like that. All right. So moving along here, folks. Moving along here. I'm about to drive now, so the car is moving, just so you know, but I'm safe, and as always, I'm very careful in how I drive. So what I would like to start off with here, with the little time we have, our country is becoming very dangerous. All right, and I will tell you guys shortly why I'm saying this. Our country is becoming very, very dangerous, and if you think that you're going to take the American democracy and go to Liberia, you got to be very, very careful. And you got to be very, 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 very careful. If you think what the American democracy taught you or continue to teach you, you have to be very, very, very careful when you're dealing with our people back home. All right, and here's why. So yesterday, this lawyer, who defended Lucas Richie. So many of you, if not everyone, few of you, if not everyone, you guys saw Lucas Richie walking yesterday with his lawyer, coming out of the building into the parking lot to get to his car. So I saw this girl, coming up to him and trying to, physically stand in his pathway toward his car and saying all sort of things to him. I think the court did not do any justice to protect both parties, because the way that girl was angry. And now I'm only looking at it from a worst case scenario. And some of you guys know what I'm trying to talk about here. The way that girl was coming towards that girl. What if that girl had a weapon, like a pistol? She would have shot the guy. But some of you guys from back home and some of you guys here, you don't understand the security risks. But those of you that understand, I really want to appreciate you guys. All right? Yeah, those of you that understand, I really want to appreciate you guys. But some of you guys will understand that there was a huge security risk. This guy just got acquitted, and he's walking toward his car with his lawyer. And then you get this girl all in the guy's face. If that guy had a pistol and she don't care for her life, she would have done something terrible. Terrible. It happened around the world. Victims must be protected. That's why oftentimes when people get released, the court process will either let each family member go separately with some type of protection. Because if anything happens, especially on the ground of that court, the court will be held in contempt. The court will be liable for any damages that will take place. But not many people realize this thing here, all right? Not many people realize these things. And that just speaks to the high level of ignorance in our country. All right. Now, another thing too that making our country very dangerous is the fact that people identify lawyers. Most lawyers in the developed world posting their picture out there could be some crime. Judges, mainly, sometimes lawyers, you don't put their picture out there. These are people who change people's lives for the worse or help other people to be better. Do you know how many enemies they have? Do you know how many enemies lawyers have? Whether they save you or they incriminate you based on the result and the information gathered. But in Liberia, I saw on the social media, I saw on social media, the lawyer picture, his name, everything had been posted. What if some lunatic decide to say, okay, I know his face now, I'm going to wait for him, I'm going to do a stick out? That country is dangerous. That country is dangerous. And that's what I'm saying to you guys. Y'all got to be very careful in our country. Y'all got to be very, very careful in our country. The laws that protect what we do in the United States, it doesn't apply in Liberia. But you can take the ways of how things are done in America. But it is different in Liberia. Now, I saw the girl all in the face of this guy, swearing this guy here. Oh, your generation will do this. Your generation. And then she turned around and went to the lawyer too, and swearing the lawyer as well too. Swearing the lawyer too. And his generation. So whenever things go wrong in Liberia, they are not only coming for you, they are coming for your family. Now, yeah, so guys, just please bear with me. Our buffering here, all right? Every time you travel between, you get to see stuff then, yeah. So our buffering, but thank you guys, and thank you for staying put. And whenever you're traveling, you got places where your internet go down, and then your signal strength got to come out and stuff like that. So as I was saying before I got interrupted, and I think I got one more spot where there will be a low internet power, and I think I'm coming to that again. So you got to bear with me, all right? So you bear with me. Let us hold our breath and let's go through the turbulence of low internet strength. Yes, I call it the turbulence of low internet strength. It's going to be building up. So share the video, guys. Share the video right now. Share the video. Share the video right now, guys. Chokomo, good morning to you. Victor, Tari, or Tahi, good morning to you. And then another Victor, I think is Wali, good morning to you as well. Good morning to every one of you guys. I'm buffering right now, so we are going through that process of buffering. So just bear with me. Things gonna get okay, all right? Things will get okay. There are certain times you have to go through some down the valley situation, and then you have to get out. That is why I often like to get to my usual spot before I start my podcast. But oftentimes when I'm pressed with time, I usually decide to do the on the wheel conversation. So it's going to get better, all right? It's going to get better. I'm almost done with the text part. Yes, I'm almost done with the text part. Yes, so we're coming up. All right, there are 3 places that I usually go dead. We are done with 2 of that. And then we got 1 more, but the other one is not too bad as compared to the first and second one. So we are getting. So if you just joining me here, please share the video. I'm just going through few activities, but tomorrow, Friday, we're going to have more detail of what I'm discussing here, and because we'll be relaxed at home, and then we'll be in front of a computer where we can have access to so many information and stuff like that. All right, but it is why it is right now. We are working with what we have, so the conversation continue. So as I was saying, I am very concerned, and I want to caution many Liberians listening to me right now that don't ever let your guard down thinking that, oh, Liberia will always, like, I can take whatever I'm doing in America here to Liberia. That country is very dangerous. It's dangerous from the citizen perspective. Most of our brothers and sisters back home that never had the opportunity to travel to the white man country and see how things are done, they are majority in the country, and they are there making decisions, and they are there participating in every or almost every aspect of our country. Now, if you think that you have freedom of expression and freedom of speech, and you think that your rights will be protected in Liberia, you want to think again about being very, very cautious in doing that. All right, everybody, try to share the video on your page. Let's try to take the number up, because every time J Randy appear here, it is something that is very important that you need to learn and add to your vocabulary and add to your daily behavior activities as you interact with people in your environment and even on social media. So please share the video. Don't be selfish. Share the video. Loop out of here. Go out there. Share the video. And then come right back in. If you have a group that you're associating yourself with, share the video in a group. All right. That's all I ask of you guys. All right. I appreciate you guys coming out here. But each of you share the video on your timeline. Share the video in your group and come right back in. And so that way we can get stuff going here. All right. So I was saying lawyers in Liberia, and I'm about to go down. I'm coming to my final area here again. The lawyers in Liberia, they have to understand that their privacy is all about protecting their lives. Our people don't care, because Liberia is not a law country. We pretend to have laws in our country, but our laws are not efficient and effective. You can have something in place, but how do you determine how it performs and provide results? To measure the progress, it must be efficient and effective. And just like you driving a car, the car you're driving, the car say, well, you can move up to 160 miles per hour, but your car can barely go over 35 miles per hour. What does that mean? It means that you have a car, right? But the efficiency and the effectiveness of that car is not doing so well. But you still have a car. And that's what I'm saying. Liberia is a nation where we believe that we have laws, but our laws are not efficient and they are not effective. So that means that we don't have a nation that is, we are not a nation that is making progress. So yesterday, many of you guys saw that lady. That lady came out yesterday in the face of that guy. My concern when I was looking at that video, I was trying to understand whether that lady, what harm could that lady inflict on that young man? On that guy. What if that lady had a pistol? The way she became so vulnerable before that guy. What if she had a pistol? She could have shot that guy. Because when you go to criminal cases like that, with the expectation of you winning the case, and then it turned out to be against you, many situations have proven in this country and other places that it creates bitterness. And how do you avoid the risk of somebody becoming a victim? One of the ways is to separate the two teams. Take that person through the back door and let the person go. But yesterday when I saw that girl coming in the face of that guy, I'm like, oh boy, thank God it's Liberia. Because if that other country, or even if that girl had access to a gun, she would have gunned down that guy. And then there would be another page in our life that we need to learn from as to how to protect victims out of the court. It has happened before. So I just hope that the Liberian government will look at that video, because people who are so deep into race analysis, yes, people who are into race analysis in terms of behavior will be in our court to say there is a risk that if they can't walk out of here, he could get shot. So we must protect him. That's why you see in the United States, most of the courthouses, especially court that deal with high profile cases, the car go on the ground. And then the people come from underneath the ground and go straight to the courthouse. And then after the courthouse, they go back in the car and they get out. But to have somebody walking out there, if you show that interaction to any lawyer or any security expert, the way that girl was in that guy's face, they will tell you something similar to what I'm telling you. They will tell you something similar to what I'm telling you. That girl who had inflicted harm on that guy yesterday, if she had a gun, she would have done something. So we got to be able to protect the victim as well as the perpetrator. We got to be able to separate the two. That did not happen yesterday. Then the worst thing about it, the swearing too. You swearing the man, you swearing the lawyer, you swearing the guy's family, the extended family, and then you swearing the lawyer family. All because he did his job. Lawyers are people that will defend you when you do the wrong thing. They will always defend the wrong because of their job. If the lawyer on your side, you did something wrong, that lawyer will come and tell you, say you never did anything wrong. If somebody tries to accuse you, the same lawyer will come and defend you. That's how it is. That's how the world works. There is no more Moses law. So our people need to understand these things. Now, I'm not saying that there cannot be a corrupt system. But we have to learn from these things and learn to put the right people in position so that this thing can be avoided. That is my concern. That is my concern. Some people can go to the next court. Let's say in the case of that girl, if the case went to a district court and she feels that she doesn't have a result, she should have been under the care of her lawyer. Her lawyer should be telling her, say, don't go out there and be very aggressive. If I'm in America here, they will say that girl is aggressive. And whatever she did, I think that behavior showed that she was very aggressive. And Luca will get more support. Because Luca was only playing the American playbook. That's what he was doing. So whatever was happening over there, Luca was playing a very intelligent role. Just be quiet, be professional. Let she show herself out there. But in the eyes of Liberians, oh, the girl got her right to do those things. No. Doesn't work like that. Doesn't work like that. You got to show your innocence and your behavior, your discipline throughout the course of that situation. And the third thing here is, they took the guy picture and posted it online. Here is the lawyer. Do you guys know who hit that man? Do you guys know who hit that man, who can now recognize that man's face? It's okay, we're going to get him. We'll get him. These are the risky behavior in our country that people don't understand, and they just take people's life for granted. These are things that we need to continue to address in our country. All right? Protecting lives and not destroying lives. You take the man's whole picture and put it on Facebook. Yeah, the man here. When a Liberian man in the town here that went to court and the court went against him, and he put the man picture on social media. Like the guy who prosecuting Samuel or Stanton Witherspoon. You ever saw Stanton Witherspoon or people that put in that guy picture on and say, oh yeah, the lawyer here. The lawyer then that guy Stanton Witherspoon in the parent today. You ever see that people putting it up? Let me ask you a general question now. All of these people that lost Stanton Witherspoon, oh, the men our hero. Have you seen them going out there and putting the people picture up? Have you seen them? Have you seen them going out to put the people picture up? The lawyer against Stanton Witherspoon? All his supporters them. Have you seen them going out there putting the picture up? I'm asking you a question here, folks. Thank you very much, Moyu. That will not happen. That cannot happen, folks. That cannot happen. Because if you try that in the country, what's going to happen to you, folks? If you try that in the country here, those that lost Stanton Witherspoon and say he's a hero, and Stanton Witherspoon say, I know the judge, I know his name, let's go and Google him, and you go and post that picture out there, what is going to happen to you? What is going to happen to you, folks? Let me drink some more water here. Let me put the phone right here, big girl, and get my water. What's going to happen to you? If you try that, what's going to happen to you? There you go. There will be a lawsuit against you, right? Yes. And then you could even be held in contempt by putting that person, by saying what you saying on that person post. You even putting the person left at risk. You even put the person left at risk. That's what's going to happen. So you see, for me, I'm looking at all the petty things that happen in our country and the way we handle things. The politics thing we're talking about here, we are actually looking at the big picture, but we're not looking at the small picture. And the smaller picture is the one that is very dangerous. The way we're supposed to help our fellow Liberians behave in the society. If we can get that foundation properly mounted, how people should behave, then the next thing we start to tackle is how the law is supposed to provide the services to the people. But what I saw yesterday, the way that guy came in that guy's face, that guy could have even defended himself yesterday because he's in a personal space. She killed the guy. I mean, imagine you on the legal ground. We say we got 3 branches of government, right? The judiciary branch interpret the law. Do you think the way that guy came in close proximity of that guy, right in his face like this, if that guy even got a punch up, he will be doing so in self-defense. Because she came too close. And there was not no security guard to say, you know what, stay away, man. Because when these people are on the property of the government, in such a situation like that, the government is in charge. All right? The government is in charge. Exactly, Prince. She could have harmed him. Exactly. So, to your point, Prince, that is why the compound of that institution, that person should be under your jurisdiction until they leave that facility. But that, I mean, the moment they acquitted that guy, security should have been there to protect that guy, to get in a car to go. And make sure that the girl and her supporters stay back. Because you got to separate the two. You got to separate the two people. If that guy had a pistol, you're going to shoot that guy. I'm telling you, if she had a pistol, you're going to shoot that guy. Because she's angry. And now they took the lawyer picture and posted it on Facebook. I saw the guy picture, I was like, but why are people doing this thing? Do you know what could happen to that guy's family? That guy maybe got a kids going to school. He got a wife going out here himself. And you go put that man picture out there and you know our people. They had no discipline. 2/3 of Liberians in the country react on their emotion. They could go out there and attack that guy. Out of what? Emotions. Just because somebody commit a crime does not necessarily mean the person is guilty. It does not mean the person is guilty 100%. That is why sometimes they got appeal court. If you're not satisfied with a decision, especially if it doesn't come from the Supreme Court, and I think our laws somehow has similarity to the U.S. law, if you go to a court and the court says, oh, this is the decision and you're not happy, your lawyer can file for motion to appeal again and say, look, let's go to the other court. Because all the courts got different structure in examining cases. But you can't get up and go out there and start to go in the face of this guy. You're not Liberia in the country here. Why you can't go Stanton Witherspoon lawyer like that? I mean, the people who are there, who are prosecuting Stanton Witherspoon. But you're not finding people discussing the thing. You see, when anything happens in our country, we need to take those videos and begin to analyze the video on our show. That's why you see when people get video, it's not just for physical interaction. Videos are meant for so many reasons. One reason of a video is for you to see the action. The second reason for a video is for you to also look at the action and begin to analyze the behavior within the video and the action and give it back to the people and say, this way is wrong, this way is right. But we're not doing those things in our country. Most of the video we show out here is all about action video and we enjoy it. But we don't look at the consequences of the video and what are they do not do things that we need to do. How many people ever brought our video out yesterday, which we're going to do on Friday tomorrow by God's grace, to analyze it, to tell our people that you can't do those things. It is wrong. If anything should happen to that man, that court was going to be held accountable because the guy was still on the premises of the court. He was still on the premises of the court. So if that guy was going to get injured but for not getting a score of people, the court was going to be held responsible. Because you know why? That court got a land deal that covered a particular area called the court ground. So as long as that guy is on that court ground, anything that happened to him, indirectly, now he did something to himself. But in the case of that girl and her people, if they are inflicted some type of harm on that guy, he had the right to sue the government for not giving him protection. Not to mention that he had already been acquitted, that will even further extend the problem on our country. Remember, people seeing those things. They are Europeans that watch our social media and they live in Liberia and outside of Liberia. The U.S. embassy is down there taking a close look at it as well. But our people in authority are not paying attention to those things. Liberians, be very careful. Just because you live in America here, you got all your protection here. When you go to that country, you gotta be very careful with our people. That's why you see for me, you ever see my children on Facebook? I've been on Facebook now for a very long period of time. I've been in the Liberian community for a very long period of time. Have you seen my family on my Facebook? No, because I'm a Liberian, I was born in that country. I know our people mind from A to Z, from 1 to 1 gazillion. I know our people behavior. That is why you will never ever find my family on Facebook. No, never. Because I knew the people I'm dealing with. I knew them. I can even go to activities. My children can be there. I can tell them, I'm not coming around you. I don't know you. You don't know me. They know the routine. You don't know me. I don't know you. Because Liberian men will always come after everything you got. Yesterday, they started swearing the man. They went to his family. They went to his generation. That's how the country is. And do you think I'm naive enough to go show people that my children are young? No, I'm not going to do that. Under no circumstances. I don't trust Liberians. Not the respect to you that are watching me here, but I don't trust Liberians. I see people always putting their children. Look at, for example, Sonny Ball. What did he do to Costa? Costa's son in America, that boy got no clue about Liberia. Is he even thinking about going to Liberia when he turned 18 years old? Nobody knows. But he turned around and said, oh, we know why your son, we know that one here. That's how Liberians are. And now for me, I don't care what I can do for Liberian people. My children will never be on page or on Facebook. No way. No way. No way. No way. Even my family then back home, they send me a favor request and tell them, say, no. I'm not accepting your favor request. Let's do it the old way. Call me on the phone. Because I know the kind of people I'm dealing with in our country. I know them. I know them very well. You go on my page, you will not find one picture. One picture. One. Because I know the kind of people I'm dealing with. They took that man picture, they put it there. And then they're cursing the man, they're insulting the man, cursing his generation. For what? Now you see the reason why Alexander Cummings did not carry his children to Liberia. Let's forget about politics. You see the reason why Alexander Cummings did not take his children to America, to Liberia. Let's forget about politics and look at how our people behave. Their anger is not limited just to you. They go beyond that. That's why you see when the war happened in Liberia, they went and started killing babies, they killing everybody. That country is very, very filled with wicked people. And it's manifesting in the younger generation. So that lawyer, he has to be very careful in that town now. Even where he go to eat, where he go to drink, he got to be very careful. He got to be careful. If I were that guy, I would take the snake mentality. You know, I got a guy in America, they call the guy Snake. He said, Jay Randy, I got a snake mentality. I said, what do you mean by snake mentality? He said, I don't eat food from nobody. He said, you ever see snake eating dead food? I said, no. Snake can always kill a food and eat it. He said, that's how I am. I cook my own food and I eat it. I said, what about fast food? He said, I go to the white people that don't know me from anywhere. I don't know me from anywhere. I go there. I can eat them. But when it comes to my own people, no. I can go to any party, like Brentford party, I don't eat anything. I don't drink. That's my snake mentality. Our people, some of them are very dangerous. And we have to be very careful with them. Now, let's come to the whole security arresting people here. Joseph Boakai government is being destroyed. I really feel sorry. And what I can project here, all the people that were against George Weah, they always start coming back to becoming an opposition. There will be people in the government or Joe Boakai that will be opposition to Joe Boakai before we even get to election. Because the way Joe Boakai is doing things, it doesn't show to any meaningful Liberians, it does not show to any diplomat in our country that Joe Boakai actually believes in the rule of law. The rule of law is one of the principal privilege and rights that people need to apply and honor in our country. Yeah, remember you're right. He probably didn't apply for asylum because the way they don't put the man picture out there, they already put that man out there. The man left and his family left the IRS. So, you know what? I know he better try to apply for asylum because he left and not saving our country. I couldn't agree with you more, you. Let's come back to the issue of Joe Boakai. The rule of law, before Mr. Weah left office, his last presidential visit to the United States, they came here, they talked about having some type of authoritative government, which was bad. They also talk about food security, and they also talk about the rule of law. Those three major things are a gender issue that the United States and its allies caution every other developing country, even the developed world, that they need to ensure that the rule of law are implemented and allow citizens of all countries, including Liberians, to follow. The way Joseph Boakai is conducting this government, there are so many instances that continue to violate the rule of law. Joseph Boakai is violating the rule of law. The rule of law is to give somebody the benefit of the doubt, called due process. Having police people going out in the street and not even protecting the rights of people is going to further damage Joseph Boakai administration. On the issue of corruption, there's no doubt in my mind that this first year of Joseph Boakai, his report that will come on next year, March, it will be very, very damaging. It will be very, very damaging. A man who claimed to have 45 years of experience or 42 years is not able to put things into order for people to see the difference. To say, okay, this thing will happen during weird time. This guy got 42 years. The way he come here, the way the police behaving, the way the surveillance are behaving, the way the officials are behaving. This is what we call years of experience. Joe Boca is not doing those things. And that tell me that Joe Boca is not in control, but he doesn't know what happening around him. So what happened yesterday? It is my understanding that an EPS officer, a former EPS officer, went to a radio station. Of course, everybody need to go to a radio station, right? Because the radio stations are part of the 4th estate and they are within the constitution that gave them the freedom of speech. And that means that every citizen can go out there on a radio station and express themselves. So whatever that man said, what I want people to ask themselves who are in favor of how the people were handled, what did he say that posed threat to you? Other than exercising his constitutional right. What did he say? Or what those group of officers said when the AFL people used to go on the street and protest for their benefit? They did it weird time, they did it any time. Joe Boca was Eddie. Did you see Eddie authorizing the security apparatus to say, oh, those guys are former AFL, go and arrest them on the street? No. Eddie dialogue with them. So where Joe Boca leaving that other engagement aspect of his leadership? Didn't you guys see the AFL people protesting? And Eddie even told them, man, you're my husband, then, man, oh, man, don't be that thing right now. Everyone will eat that thing over there. Don't call all your husband. Now everyone will eat that thing. Whoever eat that thing, they know themselves. But all who are not there. You know the Oman said, y'all protesting here. Y'all told me your day what I want to do with me back in the day with the president. Said, no, Oman, don't try that shit, Oman. We just want to let my, we know what happened during that time because we're not even around that area there. We just became veterans on the war. But anyway, let's get back on track here. So AFL protests, right? AFL protests. But Eddie was able to what? Dialogue with these people. Or Eddie said, hey, I want to see your leaders. If an former EPS guy is complaining to the radio station, what needs to be done? Joe Boca need to find somebody. That may be the Secretary of State. I mean the Minister of State or Presidential Affairs. And say, go and intervene. What's happening? Our Representative Boca has invited all former EPS officials to an open meeting. Yeah, you bring them to the open meeting. Gentlemen, what happened? I heard you on the radio about your benefit. All right, we'll take care of this thing here. But you start going out there and doing things. I hate to see you're not disciplined people. I understand that people in different positions that I put in there, they did things wrong. And that's why I'm the leader of everyone here. Let me sincerely apologize for what happened to you guys. But we're going to take care of your thing over time. It's going to quiet things down. But the old man is sitting out there and ain't doing nothing. How many of you guys lived through the pressure point? You know what I mean by pressure point? Let me give you one example of a pressure point. When Taylor used to go to a meeting during the 1990 war, Taylor used to go to some meeting. And the very time you think that Taylor would agree to a ceasefire, when Taylor come by, he said, I agree. People pressure was going beyond 100 Celsius. 101 Celsius. That means that people were getting very, very emotional, aggressive, emotional, discouraged, and emotionally mad. Because Taylor was the stormy blood in everybody's way. And when Taylor go to a meeting, he come back. He just erased everybody's hope. And that all that thing I look up and I said to myself, the day I leave the country here, I'm not coming back to the country here. Some of you guys follow Taylor and the peace accord. There were many times Taylor went places. And when you think that, oh, we had a ceasefire, Taylor will come and say, no, I'm not happy. And then you behind the line, you look at yourself, you say, time going. That is same thing Boca is doing here today. Boca keep gaslighting things, allowing people to be. Boca is from the old regime. Remember the interview that was held in Nigeria when Joe Boca was sitting down with the two black guys and that girl in Nigeria, and the guy said, Joe Boca, you've been around doing the Samuel Carrion the whole time. You did this, you did this. And now you say you want to be president? Do you not see why that guy was asking that question? And if I don't forget this coming broadcast on Friday tomorrow, I will play that again. The guy was reminding Joe Boca that you've been around for a long time. Everything that happening, Joe Boca saw it before. Whether it was Downtown or somebody time where police officers just go and grab somebody over there expressing themselves. You get armed men coming just yanking people on the street and carrying them, going to a police station and taking. Joe Boca is destroying his the image of the government. So those who are with Joe Boca, if they know what I know, this time the American, they know that Liberians love their country more than anything else, including their own life. Sanction upon sanction will start coming. And these guys sanction this time, it's just the Liberian people, and how the Liberian people can swear your generation, that how the American people part of sanction looking. When they hate you to your children. Eh? You see something to it? About here, they learn a lesson now. So this time now the men say, you know what? When we sanction that, they can send their children. So what we'll do, we'll get them and we'll get their children. So all the guys them that are over there, especially young guys them, Joe Boca ain't got nothing to lose. When they have children that are using their sense, they will sanction them. But for someone like Joe Boca, he doesn't care. Joe Boca knows that somebody like they can even get Joe Boca visa, he can't go. What he can do here? Nothing. Except for the health benefit. But the young people that are in government, you gotta be very careful. You need to start speaking out. Whatever happened to Liberians in our country, it was not why Joe Boca took the oath of office. I do solemnly swear to protect the Constitution of Liberia. Joe Boca did not take the Constitution and say, I do solemnly swear to support the Unity Party by law and Constitution. No. He took the oath of office on the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. That means that every citizen in our country must be given a due process. Whether in a court, whether in the public, or whether at the place of work, everyone should be given a due process. Joe Boca is not doing that. Joe Boca is not doing that. People campaign for salary. There were EPS people that left. We are government. They went out there to say all kinds of things. We are allowed them. There was never a day that I saw we are police there getting on people there, yanking them. But you see Joe Boca police, I mean the police on the Joe, I won't call them Joe Boca police. These guys them, except that they need more training and discipline. I will not call them Joe Boca police. Let me take that word back. The Liberia National Police is under a constitutional responsibility. Every police officer in that country, before they wear that uniform, or if they wear that uniform, before they come out to provide public services, they always swear to the oath of the Constitution to serve and protect. So people calling them, we are police, Ellen police, Boca police, let us stay away from that. We need to remind the police officer that when you became a police officer, prior to you coming out here to serve, didn't you take the Constitution? Did you swear on the Constitution? Yes. That's swear on the Constitution. Did you swear to the President of Liberia, to Joe Boca, to George Weah, to Ellen, or any other president? No. You sworn to the oath of the Constitution to provide services, all right, to the people of Liberia. So got to remind them. So the police officers that are just going out there and seizing people out of the street, yanking people out of studios of radio station, they are not protecting the Constitution. They are in fact violating the Constitution. And the overall violation that I see as non-compliant has to do with the rule of law. The rule of law is where people are given the opportunity to express themselves or to go through a process. Until somebody is found guilty, you don't go out there and become very aggressive on them. Our country is being watched by other international communities and organizations and nations. And they will be coming up with a report. What Joe Boca is doing, he said he wants to invest. But Boca is creating more instability in the country than giving investors the ability to look at the predictability of Liberia's future when it comes to investment. Look at B Mountain, for example. Even if we are put people over there, Joe Boca should have gone over there and said, you know what, whatever happens here, I will get involved. I will be the leader. But again, the police were against the very citizen of that country. I mean, of that county. The police again is in the street going after their former colleagues because of what they are complaining about. There's nothing wrong with somebody getting complaint. I mean, putting a complaint out there. That's why we have all the outlets. That's why we have 3 branches of government, and then we have the 4th estate that has to do with the journalists. You see, one of the mistakes that Liberia made, let me tell you guys watching me here, until we follow the guidelines that were given to us after the war, the good commission document, until we follow those things, we are bound to repeat the same thing over and over. And we are missing one of the important elements of the Good Governance Commission document, that GC. After the Crown men, the Kio men, the Mano men, the Unimo K, the Unimo J, the IMP, FBL, Lover Defense Force, after all these guys went and sat down before the white man and to factor everything in order, they went and sat down before the American man, they sat down before the European man, they sat down before the African brother in a big conference hall. And every warring faction came out and told everyone, this is how we're treated. The Congo men did not care for us. The Gio men did not care for the Crown men. The Crown men did not care for the Gio men. We explain all those things and the white men listen. And based on their past experiences, whether it's from World War II, World War I, or the war in South America, the Tamotago Gorilla, the UNITA, the Freelomo, all the war that people fought in the war. And I brought solution to the country. They said, that document here, you take the document and go implement it in your country. We have experienced so many wars in the past, and part of the solution that we got from the war, we use the same framework document to bring peace to the country. When you get back, 1, you need to establish the office of the ombudsman. It works in the country of Guam. It is working in Rwanda. It works other places. Since that document was given to Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she never implemented it. We have never implemented it. Boca is not thinking about that. The office of the ombudsman is like an independent, sound human rights lawyer that works directly with the 3 branches of government. That is the authority. And he can report to the international community if anything that he sees or she sees that has the propensity to take the country back to war. That person has the right to call on the international partner and say, their behavior is violating the pathway to peace. But because our leader didn't believe in this absolute power and control, they brushing nothing aside. And that's why you see a repeated behavior of what led to the war is happening now again. I'm grateful to God that I'm not going to that country. I'm not stopping you guys from going there, but I don't want to be a victim for the second time. That war did not harm me. God bless me, he brought me over here. I'm not going to be the one to go out there and become a victim. I'm not going to do that. Because the way I see things, our leaders, they are not going to change in our country. And that's why I'm of the belief that only by 2065, that when Liberia will be better, after all the generation, from the 19th century generation to the end of the 20th generation, the 20th generation, every one of them got to die out before Liberia become a better country. We're not changing. We are not changing. Everything I see today happening in the street, during those time, every day there were street activities, political instability. Joe Biden administration is bringing too many political instability. Now one day you will see the road, that be free, people that be walking. Somebody with a camera say, wow, look at people here. But every time a video camera strike, it's either somebody die, people are protesting. The internet, now Facebook now. Do you know that people don't pay people this time to go and probe other countries for any kind of benefit? Because back in the days, investors then used to pay experts to go to other countries to go observe whether that country is ready for investment or not. But this time, they are eliminated that middleman role. They can just sit down and just look at the country on the TV, on social media. Oh, that I brought one yes. Wow. So they're attacking and branding people things in B Mountain. Well, we're not going to that other country. And then we turn around and look at Kenya and say, wow, look at Kenya. Very nice place. We'll have to go trip there. That is the social media impact that is harming our country today. We got to be better than this, Liberians. Joseph Boakai need to get involved. If not, the country will have some little crisis and people will lose their lives. And the international community will send a signal. I don't think Joe Boakai is in full control of what he took the office for. Let me stop here. I gotta go do the people job. Thank you guys again. If you have any video, please do not hesitate to send it my way. Tomorrow, we're going to be on it again. We're going to be on it. We're going to provide more sources of what we just said here, all right? So keep on following the page, all right? Keep subscribing and keep sharing the video. Until then, God bless you guys. Jay Rennie is out of here. Until then, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow, all right? Bye-bye.